we were here for 4 days at X Factor Park. We had 4 teams, Infamous, X Factor, Heat, and Impact. We're playing like full matches and match-like scenarios and just battling out and swap teams.
The amount of talent and elite teams that are here at this practice, if you're not here, where are you? You know? We're out here just throwing bows.
It honestly is probably one of the most elite practices we could actually put together in this season. So we have the opportunity, we're graced with it for Alex Martinez to host everything. It's going great so far, very, very competitive practice.
We just lost the 4-2.
The last event, we played the Russians in the quarterfinals, and in our opinion, they didn't beat us. We definitely gave it to them. We were up in all those points or up in positions, and we felt like we made some mistakes. So we're just trying to clear those up and play a little tighter and a little better as our team, not make those mistakes, and obviously we're getting more prepared for this event.
So you know how to line yourself up? You take you go 3 steps back and then 1 over.
This is your technique. I have a different soccer technique.
It's every football player's technique, even the soccer
Football
players.
and soccer is a different.
But even the soccer player.
Right. That's the go. Oh, good snap.
Touchdown! Field goal.
Fucking touchdown.
Oh, solid.
I see Ryan Holt run all the way down with his ball.
Laces out, dude. It was as good as we were going to good as it was getting.
I was looking at breakouts, and on breakouts, to me, guys,
Get out of here.
Ouais, ça va, on a fait 7 matchs de 8 minutes. I'm talking to the Tauntauns. They play the same layout in Europe, so they just had to practice and we try to share the information.
Very traditional, very old school X-ball style where you're really just winning gun battles and making quick moves and getting in the snake and going to work. So I'm really excited for the tournament. I think it's going to be great. If anybody else wants to coach for X Factor, we got an opening. Your camera's all wet. You get it.
You understand what I'm saying? They're not in our shit. Because I went to the two, shot the one. No. I stood up. He was going slow.
He was running and shooting. Yeah, he was running and
Stuck walking to it. And I feel like I bounced him.
You know what will suck though is like being this tower guy. It's like so much pressure on you to actually hit your shot. You know what I mean? 'Cause it's like a big fucking gap. You're the only guy shooting it. It's like it's clear as day if you miss him.
It's one guy, you're running.
Yeah.
You're like, oh fuck.
Why don't you make those?
But why? We're up 2 points. This is what we talked about. You didn't say a word to him. Yeah. You just went and bunkered a guy. They have to come beat us.
Oh.
Like I like the move. I like the move. You know, if we're down maybe another, but we gotta learn to play these situations, right? We gotta learn. You know, at least before you do that, you've got to try to get something to him, right? Because we're playing 2 1-on-1s. You know, that's a coin toss each way. We want to play a 2-on-2 because we're better. Yeah, we'll be better at it if we talk. And I'm glad we won. Don't get me wrong. But this is just the shit. You know, on Sunday.
Yeah, we lost a heartbreaker at our first event in Vegas. You know, Sunday game, Hurricanes went into triple overtime.
When you get the one-on-one guys and they just have a different one-on-one style.
Yeah, so Barrett is fully committed here and also getting a lot closer to that buzzer.
Oh, Barrett got caught in the arm there.
Oh, Barrett getting shot and the pit explodes here for the Hurricanes. Looks like Daniel Camp's going to be knocking out Infamous, getting the one-on-one victory against Joe Barrett. And Barrett has.
And I actually lost a one-on-one to lose that match, and you know that's rough. But at this level, you know how to be stoic. You move past it. The only thing you really take from it is the lessons, and it's a hard lesson to learn, but it only makes us all stronger. Our team knows what we have to do to not put ourselves into that position, and I've been personally working my fucking ass off to make sure that never happens again to me.
I think we're still going, but like 3-0, not great, but it's practice, and this is like one of our first matches being really challenged, so it's good looks, all you can get in practice.
Everyone was kind of beating everyone. It was kind of back and forth. The layout's good. You know, you can kind of attack everywhere. It's a little slower on the Dorito side unless people can get out. So I think a lot of it's going to come down to teams that can shoot well off the break and adjust to that. The middle's good, the snake's good. Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of action, I think, so should be some good games.
Team paintball, man, that's it. Team paintball, good job. Bird, way to fucking coach us to the fucking win.
Welcome to the Sunday's competition here, 2024 NXL Major League Paintball. We are in the divisional final matches. We're going to be seeing Youth 5 vs 5 finals. We're going to see D3, D4, semi-pro. It's all going down on center court. So we had a big, huge thunderstorm come through early morning hours. There was a flood warning, lightning as well too. So the city was not allowing the NXL. It was a forced delay because of the lightning and the flood watch, and so we had to move the pro games. They're going to be being played in Atlantic City, so that's going to allow us here, Rich, to watch a bunch of divisional final matches going down. It's going to start out with the Youth 5v5. I think it's a race to 2. You're going to like the name of this team here, TKO Valley Tudo.
I like it.
Little mixed martial arts reference, and then Houston's Own Kids, and also in this set, I believe it's PB Gateway in the D4 5-man. Taking on Outlaw AP Sharks. And the battle about to go down here on the screen. Looks like Outlaw Sharks going to be starting from the red side. And PB Gateway starting from the blue side. So 5-man, again, this is just so many different divisions here at the NXL. So, typically here in Go Sports, we're watching the best teams and players in the world, but there's hundreds of teams surrounding us on multiple different fields at this giant carnival atmosphere. So if you're out there watching, and oh man, and it's going to be a nasty one out here as this field is pretty flooded. So diving into the Snake Lake here, Rich, it looks like Outlaw going to be losing a body in that middle, but they lose their snake as well too. So just 3 bodies left alive right now for Outlaw. The thing about 5-man, yeah, way cheaper to play. Don't lose a lot of use a lot of paint, so available to anyone on any budget. But Rich, you don't have a lot of instances to work with.
Yeah, you can't make a lot of mistakes, right? This is a very, very tough division because if you make any mistakes, you only have a few, like 2 mistakes, and the match is almost over. So it's a 5-on-1 here for the Sharks. Yes. Sharks in the Snake, center tower, and 3 on the D side still.
Now, I think, is that Sharks or Gateway?
I thought Sharks started from the red side, no?
They're coming from the blues. Yeah, red. No, this is PB Gateway.
PB Gateway, okay.
Yeah.
Great point.
I believe. Haven't seen these guys before, I don't think.
So they finished with 4 live. The only guy they lost is the guy who traded out with the last guy intentionally. So great point.
Yeah, great off the break shots. The thing when you're playing in rough conditions, you just gotta throw it out of your mind. Yeah, it's gonna be wet. It's gonna be gross. It's not that cold out here. There's a little bit of wind, but as the day progresses, going to warm up a little bit. So it's going to be really humid. So paint management is huge, and then you got to just forget about it. Know what, man? Who cares? It doesn't matter. Just you might as well just get wet and deal with it.
I used to love rainy days because I wasn't very fast, so I felt like it slowed everybody down to my level. And then with it, also being wet, not being very accurate, equalized it. So I felt like I was on an equal playing field with everybody.
Yeah, these are the ones you remember, though, because if you didn't win the tournament and it was like 70 degrees and nothing bad happened, and you play a lot of paintball tournaments over the years, those kind of all just flood together. But promise you're going to remember the ones where even if you don't win, where you're diving in, playing in nasty conditions, and you had to gut through some stuff. Those are very, very memorable.
Putting your cold, wet gear on in the morning.
Yeah. Hopefully, at least you started with some nice. Hopefully you did some laundry, and you start. At least when you put it on, you're walking around before you have that first dive. So now we're going to be jumping into the youth 5-man. Houston Zone kids, starting from the red side. TKO Valley Tudo, starting from the blue side. Yeah, so TKO Texas Knockout, I'm guessing, is the TKO. Texas Knockout? Got to be that, right?
Yeah, sounds like it.
Like that. That's a good name. Texas Knockout. Yeah, on the breakout, Snake Corner being taken by TKO. And on a delay, looks like Houston Zone's going to get out there as well.
You got caught going out, Matty. Houston Zone player loses outside player.
Yeah,
outside player as well, 5-on-3, Matty.
Yeah, TKO going to be losing a body from that tower. So it's going to be a 4-on-3 situation in favor of the team on the blue side. TKO Valley Tudo. And you can see her eye in the sky. Good outside spread, Snake side.
Yeah, putting a lot of pressure on the back center player there for Houston Houston Zone.
Another thing, too, is that, man, when you're playing in rough conditions like this, I'm really hoping especially your front guys, because those are the guys that are just going to have to be down to dive into the snake lake at a certain point. You don't want to have a guy in the back corner bunker with a snake 1 or snake option open, a little, not necessarily fearful, but like, oh, it's going to be gross in there, I don't want to dive in. But sure enough, TKO, he gets right into that snake 1, sitting in a little bit of a puddle, and also hitting the deck and crawling up in that middle as well, too, getting muddy. And they're going to be shooting a body from that other side of the field to top side, that D side. So looking pretty good for Valley Tudo right now. They got a body in that 50 wedge, body in snake 2 as well.
Houston player fills the snake there into snake 1, 2-on-4. Good spots for Houston. Good communication for both teams.
Yeah, now it's just find the bodies, right? Find these bodies. Make sure, again, it's 5-man. You do not have a lot of instances.
Yep.
I think the rule's still race to 2, so you really have to be extra careful when you're playing the 5-man. Sure, also not a lot of time to work with. Still, 3:29 on the clock, so they have a few minutes to figure it out, but got to be extra careful that you know that count before you progress up the field, because it's not like you can, oh, hey, man, we lost that point, no big deal. We got 12 minutes to work with. If you want to have that mindset, go play X-Ball.
Yep. Little battle go down here on the snake side, Matt. Snake 2 to snake 1. TKO pushing up that D side, up to the center wing on the D side as well. TKO in a 4-on-2 advantage here.
Yeah, 4-on-2. I just don't think they know the count.
Yeah, because the top pro teams are losing guys out here, so you assume kids in the lower division would easily lose bodies.
For sure, and they, a couple of those bodies came off a little sneakily. But the snake player, he does have to worry about down the sideline here because he's got a body mirrored up with them. Not mirrored up. He's his opponent's in snake 1 for Houston Zone. But because it's very muddy over here, it's going to make it harder to make those transitions bunker to bunker. So it's more like the middle and the D side has the ball.
Yeah, for sure. But honestly, it's tough, right? If these guys are crossed up, it kind of forces you to come into the snake because the snake can shoot all those cuts on the D side.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to eventually have to try to work his way up, but, with these extra bodies, that D side has the ball, sure enough, because you don't have to crawl bunker to bunker up there.
Nope.
Yeah, and the player's in D1, which is a little bit in set, so he should be able to get up, and he has a body already at that 50 wedge towards that D side. So, yeah, the player at D3 right now, the ball's in his court. When we say who has the ball, that means whose responsibility is to make moves. There's no actual ball. There are, but there's thousands of them. But that's just a turn of phrase we use in paintball, meaning you are the person that needs to make the move. So, yeah, the D3 player here for TKO, there you can see that number 4 on your screen. That's the person that needs to make the move. Or his center player. Yeah, so center player center player's going to jump on over that beam, and he's going to get up to that Hertz 50 brick and look towards that D side, trying to find these bodies, but Rich, they are down to, they've been in a high body moment for about maybe 2.5 minutes now. So that's another frustrating one. If you're in a 4-on-2 situation, which I believe it is.
Yes.
No, is it? Yeah, 4-on-2. We're looking at the blue side right now. Yeah, 4-on-2. So Snake 1 and D1 for Houston zone. And you see those 4 bodies have moved up the field. Snake players moved up into Snake 4 and under a minute. But if you're in a 4-on-2 for 3 minutes and you can't figure that out, you need to do more situational awareness drills. And that's one that when you watch this, you're going to want back, because that's a point you need to win in a final match like this.
Yeah, but also Houston zone guys have been gritty, right? They've been playing this 2-on-4. They haven't been hiding. They've been gunfighting. They got to kill Snake side now. 3-on-2 advantage. Still for TKO, but Houston zone going forward, down on a body, but improving on his position.
Yeah, and if Houston zone in a 4-on-2
pulls it back,
or at least can get a no point here, that's still a win in a sense, because you're not supposed to win 4-on-2 situations on a regular basis. Oh, Snake player, he's a little blocked out from that center 50 brick. Center 50 brick's going to be taking a walk. He got shot from D1.
2-on-2, right, Matt?
Yeah, 2-on-2 situation here, but just not enough time. It's going to be 13. There's only 13 seconds left, so this is probably going to be a no point.
That's got to give Houston zone a lot of confidence, though, right?
Yeah, because if you're one of the 3 that just walked off and watch your 2 lock it up and hold off that 4 for 3.5 minutes.
This one might have been my bad.
Well, then that's when you get pumped up and be like, okay, I'm going to go out here, I'm going to play tight, and it's my turn now. Nice job by Martin. I couldn't see who that was as the other body, but Martin over here was the Snakes, holding it down for the Snake side for Houston zone, man. Had to deal with a lot of bodies, played smart in there. Yeah. And that D1 player got at least 1 kill in that 4-on-2 situation. I couldn't see if it was Martin or his buddy over there in that D1 that got that other kill as well. But yeah, that was just an excellent job in a low body 2-on-4 situation here for Houston zone to keep the score 0-0.
Yeah, and if there's another minute or 2 in that match, they win that point, right? He turns the corner to the Snake side, containing those 2 guys in the D, and probably win that point. Pulling back a 4-on-2 is no small feat.
So now going to be heading back into this D4 final match in the 5-man competition with PB Gateway and Outlaw AP Sharks. Teams are going to be switching sides. So Gateway should be on the blue side now and Outlaw on the red side.
I mean, it's wet out here, but at least it's not cold and at least it's not raining, right?
I talked to one of the guys in the divisionals that should be playing coming up here. One of the other fields is substantially worse conditions than this. He's like, man, we played, I think it was the Infamous field. He's like, we played on the Infamous field, man. I'm already soaked. It's not that bad till the wind picks up a little bit, and then I start to get pretty chilly. You know?
Then I start to get cold. Luckily, us paintball are a hardy folk.
I mean, yeah, it could be worse. It could be a lot colder. Because when you're wet and cold, like really cold, that's when it gets much more torturous. Still, conditions are rough out here. Well, this is not raining right now.
Yep.
So on the breakout here, so it says 0-0, but it's PB Gateway with the lead because these are independent clauses. They're independent games. It's not a running clock. So throwing 5 minutes on that clock. But I believe it is a race to 2. We'll know when they celebrate. But PB Gateway has the lead.
PB Gateway dropping another player, Matt. It's a 5-on-3. Good comms from both teams.
Outlaw AP Sharks on your screen.
Gateway's got no one on the Snake side of the field as the Sharks go up the Snake and up the center of the field. Big advantage here for the Sharks. Great opportunity to get back into this match.
Yeah, gonna have probably a tie game here in just a moment.
Yeah.
They can close this out.
Yeah, 5-on-2 advantage now for the Sharks.
Yeah, 5-on-1. I think it's just that can.
5-on-none.
Or that tower. Yeah, tower's gone now too. So way to answer for Outlaw AP Sharks to tie up this 5-man final battle.
Got ourselves a match.
And I mean, that is a it's a trendy font, but hard to read the name. Outlaw Anodizing. Do some good work. A lot of good anodizing artists out there now. You know, Outlaw Anodizing makes some really sweet stuff. I think they've done some work for a lot of people, but I think they do some of the Field 1 Forces. Ryan Hall, he does amazing work as well too.
Yeah, there's
really good.
Definitely artists out there doing beautiful, beautiful guns nowadays.
Yeah, you can see there's just a swamp in the pits. So in the pits with the Outlaw Sharks. Let's listen in real quick. And good catch. So yeah, that one is tied up.
And then this
one's 0-0.
TKO got some tiny little warriors over there.
Perfect paintball size.
Yeah.
The dude needs to get, I mean, Pax is holding on for dear life right there. You got it on the very, last bit of Velcro, you know? I think they make smaller packs now, right?
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
All right, so 0-0, no score. Again, great job. Not 2-on-4 low body situation for Houston zone. Teams are switching sides. So TKO going to be on the red side, Houston zone. And, ooh, look at this. Attacking up that middle of the field with 2 bodies for Houston zone. Like to see that. It's a little bit drier up there, too.
4-on-4, Matt.
So the bulk of the offense for Houston zone. Taking that real estate in the middle. Body out wide now for TKO.
2 bodies out wide, Matty.
Yeah, Texas Knockout also going to crawl through the swamp to get into Snake 2. He's looking inside. He's going to get a little help. Body coming into Snake 1 behind him. No one in the Snake currently here for Houston zone. And I don't think they have a body out wide in that back bunker either, Rich.
No, I don't think so. I think he's the player that just transitioned in there. His first guy this side, Matty.
So they're going to filter. Houston zone's going to filter that body into Snake 1. I think there's just 3 bodies left alive for them now.
Yeah, it might be a 4-on-3 or 5-on-3 advantage for TKO. We know there's 2 up in the middle still, right?
Yeah, definitely 2 alive for Houston zone up the middle. It is a 4-on-3 situation in favor of TKO, Texas Knockout. They have those 2 bodies in the Snake and 1 body in front of them, so somebody can win a heads-up gunfight. But the player 1's not biting for it. He's just looking. He's protecting his players in the middle. There are some decent shots on that Snake from the middle, and somebody needs to get up there and try to drop the hammer on at least one of those bodies for TKO because they have this high body moment. They do move a body on your screen into the brick, and he's going to hit the deck, crawl up. That player for Houston zone kids, though, has just been zoned up on the Snake, and that's a pretty good position. See if you can get somebody to bite, get a little sloppy over the top.
Yeah, this is very similar to their first point, right, where TKO was up, had position.
If he hears that he's going to come around. Oh, and he catches him sleeping. Beautiful job, stitches him up, stays alive.
4-on-2, Matty.
So he's telling his front player to go. Oh, and he chooses the right moment. I think he actually thought he was still in Snake 1, so he misses his shot. Johnson's going to run right through, and he's going to get the kill. Nobody put a ball on Johnson. Oh, he ran out of bounds. Oh, tough in a muddy situation.
The kid in the Snake, though, didn't know that someone went and tried to bunker him.
He had no idea.
Didn't react at all.
Oh, wow. So
Came out of bounds.
Oh, so they didn't get that. So both teams are not able to capitalize on these high body situations. So it's another no point. So we're going to go to the 3rd instance at the 3rd game in this set. So, man, that's a tough one. So it was a high body situation for Houston zone and both Texas Knockout in these first two games, and no one can capitalize. Score still 0-0.
Fair to say 2 evenly matched teams, Matt, right?
At least that's what yes, definitely evenly matched. I mean, we are in the final match here in this division. But yeah, at least that's what it looked like from here. So, and then in the D4 5-man battle, it's tied up 1-1. So ties all the way around.
Ties everywhere. Well, I'm glad that we got to have some paintball today. I was a little bit worried this morning at 4 when that lightning and thunder was shaking the hotel.
When the hail woke me up from hitting my window so hard, and then I immediately heard, I'm not talking about seeing a flash of lightning and then 5 seconds later, it was like lightning thunder immediately at the exact same time in the entire window. I was like, oh God, it's getting bad out there. And it was about 4:30 in the morning. I was like, oh man, really hope this doesn't destroy our day tomorrow. Did a little bit though, but yeah, we get to watch some paintball here in this. So it's gonna be Mudfest 2024. Is anyone going to go to the Snake Lake off the break? No, it looks like a little ground taken for PB Gateway, top side, that Dorito side, and then on its leg, going to get out wide Snake side as well, too.
Yeah, 5 across the back for both teams, Maddie.
Looks like Gateway going to be losing a body, though, Rich. Got to his temple. Stand-up temple losing that gunfight, though. Oh, and they're going to be losing that other player as well. So 2 bodies have come off for Gateway, both from the Snake side. It's a 3-on-5 situation in favor of Outlaw Sharks.
Big advantage here for Outlaw Sharks. Let's see if they can capitalize, Maddie. No one's Snake side right now for Paintball Gateway. Back center player now is trying to get to the Snake side tower for Gateway. Gets in there alive. Great fill for him. And he gets to the corner as well, Matt. That's a great fill if he can anchor it out there.
Great fill. We watched on Friday and Saturday that if you're in a low body situation, ideally you would like to have a body in D1 and a body in that back corner bunker on the Snake side. So, and they so they're a 3-on-5 situation. They have extra bodies at the can, and I don't like that. I don't like that body at the can. All tournament long, we've been seeing those guys get pinched out in low body moments. So he's got to be very careful. Maybe get back to that back center.
Yeah, or ideally you want him to go
forward.
Yeah, either forward or outside.
But what's a better spot in this situation in a 3-on-5? You want him at the back center, or do you want him at the white tower? Because South Electronics tower. I don't want him at the can.
I think the tower is more vulnerable than the back center. But there's back center balance shots. Gateway down to just 2 players left alive, Matt. They're both not great bunkers.
Yeah, it's not great. And now it's even worse because he doesn't have anyone out wide to help protect him. So
Yeah, maybe if he's tall, I put him in the tower. If he's short, I put him in back center.
But of those 3 positions, the can is the worst.
The worst for sure. And so when we have a bunker like that, we refer to that as a transitional bunker, right? You're only going there to transition to a better position. All right, that's the point there for almost a perfect point. All 5 players left alive. Great.
So it was a close battle in this 5-on-5 final match in Division 4. But the Outlaw Sharks shot a body on the break, won a quick gunfight, and a little bow. So congratulations to the Outlaw Sharks.
To be fair, you'd kind of expect the Sharks to do well on a rainy day like this, Matt.
Wow, Rich, you are the punniest man I know.
Oh, they could be mud sharks. We don't know.
It's not,
they could be in their natural habitat out here.
The jokes you use, it's not surprising you have 2 daughters, because you're a dad. You got all those dad jokes on deck all day long.
I got some dad jokes. Comes TKO. TKO does a really, really good job of getting up on bodies in position in the breakout. So when they get home, they need. Oh, sorry.
Just real quick, so everyone knows the schedule here today that they had to do. Figured out who they could put over here. So we're starting out with U5. This is the finals. Then we will be seeing the quarters of Division 3. We will eventually get to the semi-pro battles as well too, as we make our way through the division. So it's going to be D3 quarterfinals, D4 semifinals, and then we will see semi-pro out here as well too. So the final match for semi-pro will be going down this afternoon. Got to find a winner in this one first before we can get to this next battle on our schedule. It's going to be TKO. It's going to be Houston Zone. This one's been interesting though, Rich, because both these teams have squandered high body moments. So who's going to capitalize and execute here in this last battle? The Youth 5-man. Got to get a winner. Pick your favorite. It's tough to tell, right, Rich? Because if both teams have squandered a high body situation, they both look good to get to that moment, but not able to capitalize. So kind of going really a coin flip right now.
I think TKO has the advantage. They've been up on bodies every point. Let's see how they do this last one. Houston's got to do a better job to survive at the beginning of the point. Snake on the break for Houston. Looks like 5 alive for both teams, Maddie. Oh, nope, Houston loses their first attacker Snake side, Maddie.
Oh, yeah, he tried to get in that Snake Lake and Snake won. So another moment for TKO. Yeah, even in the mud. Gonna dive another body into that crucial position into Snake 1 for Houston Zone, slightly off screen.
4-on-4, Maddie.
Pan back and then they strike back and get that kill here on TKO Texas Knockout. So 4-on-4.
I love the fact that kids can come and play on the field today. It's so nice, right? For them to be able to come and be on the big screen playing. Great opportunity. 4-on-4, 2 really strong teams out here.
So Houston Zone improving their position to get into Snake 2.
I love that.
Right over the top, right in his snake.
Outside,
too.
inside. Look, it's like Archie over there.
There's
Come on.
Johnson again. Johnson was the one rolling the dice on the attack. He just didn't know where his opponent was, missed him.
Yeah, good job, Johnson.
Thought he was in snake 1, but has an opportunity to pick it right back up here.
His gun hopper and tank are slightly bigger in mass than his whole body.
Yeah, they kind of make everything in kids. They are starting to make kid-sized tanks now. And I guess you could put like an 8-inch barrel on it, but it's going to sound like a...
Yeah, mortar.
Going to sound like a... Yeah, very loud weapon out there.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, he's having a little bit of issues, I think.
Yeah, but he's taking care of it. He's cool. He's calm. Johnson looks like a very seasoned little vet in there. Communicating well, shooting outside, trying to get his gun back going, now looking inside, not just get stuck one way or the other.
And shoot all the water out of that barrel.
Yeah.
Tell you what, though, when you're in these conditions and you are playing a snake position, you might have to crawl up through a little bit of a puddle, and you start shooting those curveballs, you're just hoping that one of them curves the right way, because every now and then you will get one of those curveball kills.
Yeah. What's worse is when you're behind your guy and that starts happening. You're like, oh man.
You get a curveball.
I sure hope I don't accidentally shoot my guy. Johnson's going back and forth with the player in the South Electrics bunker there.
Player for Houston Zone here on your screen, creeping through the puddle to try to get a shot in on Johnson.
I think he's a little wide. Looks like an old World War II movie with the tracers going in the water.
I can't remember the last time that we've seen a 5-man battle go down like this. So, I mean, do they do one-on-ones after they get through their 3 sets?
I can only hope so. I can only hope so.
Do they have another set as an overtime? But what happens if that's a draw?
They affix bayonets.
Mud wrestling match, you know?
I don't know. It is
this
20.
Fight?
It is 2024. They might just give them all trophies.
No,
they might. Participation awards for everybody.
So, yeah, 2 minutes left on the clock, and much better field position because of those 2 attackers up the middle of the field for TKO.
Johnson makes another move forward, Maddie. Love the fact that Johnson's pressing the advantage here. They've already got 2 players up in the center 50 now. TKO has 3 players on the center 50. Oh, they shoot another Houston player, and possibly another.
Yeah, running referee coming and checking out the player at the tower. Looks like good to go there, so... Yeah, another high body moment for TKO. Can they capitalize? Players on Houston Zone, though, crossed up nicely. D1 is looking towards, I think that says Zoe on the back of his jersey here, number 2.
Yeah, looks like
so Zoe's looking inside. D1's looking inside as well, too. D1's going to check off down that sideline, though, on the D side. There's no one really for him to shoot from that angle. The worry for him is what's going to happen in the middle.
Yeah.
If Zoe gets too concentrated on the sideline, which he's not, he's been focusing inside, but if he focuses down the sideline and his D1 focuses down the sideline, one of these bodies in the middle, it can just can launch and go bunker out that tower, maybe get another kill.
Yep. Little battle go down here in Snake with Johnson. Houston moving from Dorito 1 to Dorito 2, applying more pressure. TKO with 2 players up in the center, both of them looking at that Dorito. That player in the Hertz bunker becomes very vulnerable if either one of these 2 tapes move forward one more bunker.
Yeah, just tense moments right now. I think we're going to see another stalemate, Rich. Zoe's had enough, though. Here comes Zoe. Zoe's going to launch on Johnson. Does he run him down clean? Getting a look here. What's happening on the D side off that chaos? Nothing much yet. Johnson getting checked out by the refs, but just 20 seconds left alive. Johnson is going to get pulled out. So there's no one on the snake side left. The D-side player, though, he hasn't had checked the clock in forever because he's just been totally tucked in with just 8 seconds left, focusing on that D-side. Another body comes off. There's just 1 player left alive for Houston Zone kids.
1-on-1, Matt?
No, yeah, but we had gone into, it was actually 2 on, maybe 3 on 1? It was either 3 on 1 or 2 on 1 at that point, and that's just, again, just a bunch of high body situations squandered here in this kids 5v5 final match. And still no score yet. Adskin very frustrated. Johnson's been getting dirty over here. He's doing some work in the snake. He's trying.
Yeah.
Zoe too. Hey, Zoe rolled dice.
Yeah,
He's like, I've had enough of this. I'm going to try to go win this game myself. Bunkers out Johnson. The middle was so front player middle for TK. Let's listen in real quick.
I don't know. It just stopped shooting, and then I just slapped the F out of the hopper, and it started shooting.
Okay. You probably had a couple balls or something weird going. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
She's good, huh? Nick, do not play the home. Do not play the home side. Yeah, go to the tower and then do your thing. We're on this side. Do not stay at home.
Nick, you have to know where he is at all times. Hey, you have to know where he is, though.
Truth.
Is it down to 1v1? Yes. Who's going in there?
Next going in.
Hey, my gun should be good. Hey,
you want to use mine? Yeah. Hey, get my gun.
Yeah, this is when if you're not getting spins out there in these situations, your gun needs to be ready to go, just in case, because guns are going to go down out here when people dive in puddles occasionally. Those electronic guns have gotten way better over the years as far as dealing with moisture, but it is an electronic gun, and if you dive it enough times into a puddle...
Yeah. If you put any battery underwater long enough...
Whatever gun is fucking working. Whatever gun's ready. Then turn it on and turn your eyes off. Hey, where's my home bills over here?
Should we get a one-on-one chant going here?
Have we confirmed that that's what we're doing?
No.
Okay, but I like your spirit. I like where your head's at.
I think it's going to be another set. I think they'll probably go another set, and then maybe after that, one-on-ones. I don't think I've ever seen this instance in a five-man before. So.
It looks like one guy going out.
I've never.
It looks like Johnson, bro.
Yeah, I've never seen 3 no points, and I mean we only get one of these 5-on-5 battles, maybe 2, an event, depending on how all the rest of the stuff in the schedule is going, so that we can fit them in. But
one-on-one.
I don't ever remember the last time this happened for the final game on center court.
It looks like Johnson's going out for TKO, man.
So they do go right to one-on-ones. Figured that's what it would be.
Fixing bayonets. Yeah, it's confident going out there.
There we go. Let's go, Johnson. And is it Zoe? I think it is.
Yep.
Yeah, so the battle that just went down in the Snake is about to go down in a one-on-one. Who's going to take it? Johnson on the left, and I think it was it Vo? For Houston's own. He's going to take a big bite, go all the way out to D1. Johnson's going to go dive in the Snake. Got to be careful not to get that gun too wet, though. As he dives into that spot. One-on-one battle. How much on the time on the clock? 2 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, one-on-ones are 2 minutes. If they don't eliminate each other in 2 minutes, they start over.
Johnson's the perfect size to play the Snake in a one-on-one.
Yeah.
Because each one of these bunkers is essentially a stand-up for him.
Yeah, that's every bunker on the field is a stand-up.
Yeah, how old is... Let's see how old Johnson is.
He's actually 22. Just started smoking when he was really young. Johnson on Houston side of the field, but Zoe's lost him.
Kobe Johnson is the name.
Kobe Johnson now in the other team, Snake 1.
14 years old.
Kobe Johnson making the move, going towards the buzzer.
It's who? I think it's Nolan who?
Kobe's very calm. Look how calm he is here. Just walks and hits the buzzer.
Woo! Johnson gonna hit the buzzer and win the tournament here as he just got lost. Hey, when you're playing a one-on-one, what do you want to do? You want to have your opponent lose you, and he just walks in to hit the buzzer. You don't have to shoot that other body. Excellent job getting crafty and sneaky out there.
Dude, I can't even imagine that kid in 10 years if he keeps playing paintball, right? That was amazing. Like, he literally put his gun down, head checked that guy, and just walked in and hit that buzzer like it was nobody's business. Nice work, Johnson. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, so that is going to do it here as Kobe Johnson, 14 years old, the hero in a one-on-one situation to get this win.
Listen, I don't know how much they're paying that kid, but it's not enough.
So, yeah, Texas knockout, Valet Tudo, going to be from Waxahachie. Downward Paintball, this has got to be a Paintball Fit team then for sure, as that is where Paintball Fit is located. So they are going to be triumphant here in the Youth 5v5. We'll be right back with more action coming at you here from the Lone Star Major. And next up, we got the D3 X-Ball quarterfinals, Livewire, Attitude Sickness, Dynamic, and the Shock Kids coming up next. We'll be right back.
There we go. Hey, that's a dub, baby. Hey, wait to be. Let's go, TKO! Let's go, TKO!
Good job. Way to go.
Chris! Come here. Have the jigsaw. Let's go. Good job, everyone.
Premier Pack is the SC harness. The first thing you're going to notice when you grab that is actually how light it is and how small it is. In fact, it is 1 pod less in width than a traditional harness as well. Secondly, the silicone that's throughout the whole belt is going to secure the pack on you, so if you're running, diving, jumping, it's not going to move around. And then you're also going to notice the ventilation. So the whole belt has perforations throughout to keep it way more breathable than a traditional pack. Lastly is the lumbar support on the SC pack is hard. That's going to keep it tighter to your back, especially if you're a little bit of a smaller guy. And the CC harness, the main difference that you're going to notice is that it doesn't have the ventilated belt. And also when you put it on, it has a way larger lumbar support. It's a 2-tier foam, so it's really cushy, it's really comfortable, but it's not as rugged and tight as the SC harness. Other than that, what you're going to notice is all of the harder injection moldings for all of the logos on the CC harness versus the SC, all of them are soft or they're non-existent to keep the pack as light as possible. Besides that, both packs feature our tapered tube ejectors, so they actually slim as you pull pods, which is going to move the pods to the middle of your back and keeping your profile as tight and slim as possible. Both packs do come in 2 sizes, small, medium, and large XL, and they're both available in 4 and 5 pack as well. For a full feature list and more information, visit crbnpaintball.com.
Missouri All-Stars have been playing together out of Kansas City for about going on 5 years. Our play style is super aggressive. We like to just be in your face constantly, can just keep the gas going the whole time.
We are back. 2024 Major League Paintball Lone Star Major. We're in the divisional quarterfinals right now. D3 X-Ball. It's going to be Livewire taking on Altitude Sickness, Dynamic, and Shock Kids. I'm Matty Marshall, got Rich Telford up here, and Todd Boyer. Todd, how you doing, bud?
Great, man.
Good to see you back up here. You crushed it with the divisional work that you've done for us before, so we had to get you back up here again. And you have a team that you know pretty well, not playing right this second, but also in the quarterfinals. Kickin' Factory, you said?
Yeah, so they made it on, played out at the complex for the layout and last weekend, and apparently they're playing really good. I got to watch their last match, so I'm hoping they make it on.
Yeah, big moments right here, and cool experience for these divisional players. So essentially we had a huge storm if you're just joining us, and well, we got 10 seconds. We can break that down in a bit. But yeah, these divisional players have a big opportunity on the center stage. Now, we typically don't see D3 quarterfinal matches on center court, but that's what's going down right now. Livewire and Altitude Sickness throwing down.
5-on-5 breakout for both teams, Maddie.
So they haven't put the scoreboard up yet, so let's see if we can read these jerseys and figure out who's who. There we go. Altitude Sickness going to be on the blue side and Livewire on the red side.
Altitude Sickness first to win the race to the 50-yard line with a player in the snake and the center fortress.
Yeah, doubling up that tower for Livewire. It's unconventional. We've seen it work out a little bit in the Pro League, but you can't stay there too long if your opponents are up the field. And looks like Altitude Sickness does have a body. He's at the 50-yard line wedge. That's a pretty crucial spot, man. Todd, I don't know how things were going in your division, but the center on Saturday was a really big part of the story. It's what's in the narrative of how this field's actually playing.
Yeah, I think that was our biggest problem is kind of missing the opportunity to realize how important the center was for our squad. We didn't play it as much as people, and it kind of really screwed up our gameplay.
So it looks like Altitude Sickness gets a body out wide to the D side. They have a player already up into Snake's 4. So Altitude Sickness is looking
Sick.
Pretty good. Looking pretty solid right now.
And honestly, like all these players are playing really, really well. I don't think we had very many pro points that went this many, went this long in these good positions in 5-on-5 here.
Yeah, so I have a little bit of a bias here. A guy I grew up playing with in San Diego in the 90s is a coach for Altitude Sickness.
Okay, cool.
I hadn't seen him in years. Shout out to Nick Cochran. Body dropping for a squad, though, and they do get a kill. So it's 4-on-4 situation, but Altitude Sickness has a body past the 50-yard line. Oh, man, yeah, he's got to be careful. Don't hit that bunker. They don't know he's there yet. Yeah, dude, turn around and switch hands.
Switch your hips and switch hands before you come up.
Now he doesn't need to.
Lucky because the guy was loading.
Oh, 2-pack here. Might be getting a 3-pack. They got to deal with this guy. They're going to run him down. Oh, man, need to protect that player. Hey, he did his damage. I'll take that 2-for-1 trade any day. And it also cost the number 7 here for Livewire. He ends up getting pinched out as well, too. So now they're going to have to readjust for Altitude Sickness.
Altitude Sickness in a 2-on-1, I believe, Maddie, with the Dorito corner and the Snake 2. Dorito corner now. Snake 2 now. Dorito corner can.
You need to get up on that D side. There he goes. In the snake. Spread the field. Anytime you're in a high body 2-on-1 situation, you want to spread the field as wide as possible. And if you're being shot at, don't engage. If you're not being shot at, move up the field.
Yeah.
That is how you play a 2-on-1 situation.
I'd really like to see this back corner Dorito get in the game here.
Well, at least he went over there, right? How much time? They got a lot. I mean, point number 1, most important thing in this moment for Altitude Sickness, make sure you win this point. You cannot lose 2-on-1 situations when you have the field spread. Snake player's doing his job.
Yep, there it is. He got him.
Oh, wow.
Maybe not yet.
Wow.
I seen that as well.
Anderson. So James Anderson here doing some work in the snake for Altitude Sickness.
Might have broken some paint, man. He's got the squeegee out.
I like that he was aware to disengage from that gunfight.
Yeah. If you're getting shot at in a 2-on-1, just hang out, man. That means he's shooting at you, and then scream on me.
Yeah, exactly.
Get shot at, that's fine, and scream on me, because then your teammate can move up.
Now we see it.
Yeah, nice job. Drops the hammer on him.
Ooh, nice execution.
So first point's going to go to Altitude Sickness in a pretty well executed 2-on-1 situation. I mean, I like the fact that they got that body up in the snake. He got those 2 kills. I like the counterattack, though, for number 7 for Livewire.
Yeah, had he stay alive in that, we would have seen a different game.
For sure. Good little point there, a little back and forth action.
In the pits with Altitude Sickness. Let's listen in real quick as they wade through the lake.
Hey, way to go, boys! Hey, way to eat! Way to eat!
So you're saying that you basically taught this guy to play paintball, Matt?
No, I mean, Nick was a little younger than me when he came up.
You big brothered him. Come
yeah,
on, it's okay.
I think it was maybe a year and a half, 2 years younger than me. But it's just cool to see him now because he's got 2 kids and
passionate about
gray beard.
He's a nice guy. I know a lot of those they're from Denver, right? Yeah. The Altitude Sickness guys.
I just love how the game has progressed because when I was 15 years old going to a field and then a year and a half later when Nick shows up, but we were the only kind of young, me and Davey Williamson and our group, that was it. Everyone else was kind of a grown man. There wasn't a lot of young teenagers hanging out at paintball fields back in the day. So now that we have youth 5-man and 50 cal, and it's a huge blessing, awesome. Man. It's amazing. That's why you see these kids at 13 years old already can switch hands and they know how the game's supposed to be played. It's the progression of things is beautiful. So Dynamic and Shock Kids.
Shock Kids, good breakout. They take D corner but lose him. They do get Snake 1, 4-on-5. 5-on-3, Maddie.
Yeah, Shock Kids.
Drop 2.
Part of the Aftershock group, and cool story, Luis Munoz plays on this team. He got a little paintball famous playing with Vicious back in the day under Todd Martinez. And also, his profession for a while was a human cannonball.
You know what's crazy is I actually met him at the 1v1 joust in Florida.
Really?
Yeah, he played the duel. And that was, that's the first time I ever watched him play paintball.
Yeah, fun dude, man. But his profession for a while was a human cannonball. I don't know if he still does it, but he's got a family now.
Shock down to 2, Maddie. D-side can, maybe just 1. D-side can is the only Shock player I see.
Yeah, I think is it just back corner? Yeah, just back corner. So 1 on a lot right now as Dynamic
5-on-1, Maddie.
Whittling out these bodies and like how they're moving up the field here in this D3 quarterfinal match, trying to take this first point, give themselves an advantage. Mobility is going to be limited out here too.
Yeah.
So we're going to see less points. So every point becomes more crucial. The less amount of points that you play, the more important those points become. And with the fact that the field is very saturated, there's a snake lake, and mobility is just going to be tough out of here. It's going to be tough to play fast on a field like this. And so every point is super crucial. Good job.
And
with that first point.
really good there. That was a 5-0 win. They had
I really
control
liked
the whole
his.
match.
Have you guys been seeing that snake break off, like where he ran in front of the tower?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in the lower divisionals, so that was pretty cool to see. Is Dynamic D2?
This is all D3 right now.
D3. Okay.
Malloy was crawling from the tower to the snake.
Oh, really?
He would just get on the ground and just crawl across. Never got shot doing it one time.
Savage.
Archie Barnes Jr. went to the snake 23 times and only got shot like twice.
He's a freak of nature, though.
Yeah.
That man is fast.
Fast, small, and he just runs really low, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Matt and I are fast, but we can't run low.
No, I used to be fast, like 20 years ago.
Come on, man. You still got it. 4'4"?
I appreciate it, baby. I
4'5"?
appreciate it, but no, you're more like 6'4".
You guys just see that guy do the 4.2?
Oh, yeah. That was insane. Broke the record for the 40?
Yeah. His feet never left the ground.
So Altitude 6 is going to take that back snake position off the break with this 1-point lead.
5-on-5, Maddie.
Yeah, neither team really taking much ground off the break, but it is a 5-on-5. Oh, D side?
Center 50.
Oh, center 50. I'm low blocked out from that spot. And he's staying down low.
Yeah, just...
So they're going to looks like Altitude 6 is going to send a body up there to deal with that attacker up the middle of the field. But yeah, yesterday we really saw the middle was kind of taught. It was dictating the pace and the tempo of things because whatever happened in that middle kind of dictated what you could do on the sidelines and which way those guns were. Obviously, snake was important, but the snake was kind of a seductive thing. It looked really good, but it became harder to play.
Yeah, traps.
Once people figured out these bounce shots. And
off the W, yeah, man.
The teams that played well had a guy that went up the middle, played proactively, and was either 1 or +1 almost every game.
Yeah.
So now Livewire has repositioned.
Oh, penalty on. It makes sense that one of Matt's friends would be getting penalties out here.
No, he's coaching.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he's old too. But yeah, so body also in that D3 position. It looks like a little bit action. Oh, D3 coming
up the center.
So D3 coming off for Livewire. Altitude Sickness losing a body in that middle as well too with the trade. But Altitude Sickness does have this body in Snake 3 with better field position and a body out in D1 as well. So,
yeah. And if they can get together and pinch out that can, Maddie, they can get right back into a 2-on-2 here.
Can makes a good field to the corner.
That was crucial getting out of that can. I didn't see the penalty.
So a double stack of bodies for Livewire here towards the snake, but still in Snake 1 and the tower. Whereas it's just this player for Altitude Sickness, number 71, Miller. Oh, and he's going to lose his teammate Crossfield. And yes, he's in a tough spot. Miller's in a tough spot. Here comes the run the highway. Oh, man, he switched at the wrong moment. So he checks off down. I mean, that's not Miller's fault. And that was just a really nice move by Livewire. But a second that Miller lost his teammate Crossfield, he switched off maybe to trying to catch a free kill down the sideline. And then that's when they launched on the highway, and he just wasn't looking.
Not much you can do 1-on-3 from the snake.
In the snake, right? Yeah. That's the worst
Don't want to be there.
To be in, yeah.
Yeah, that's a terrible place to be in a low body.
I don't tell my
only
coach
body
this,
left
but
alive.
anytime that's me, I usually just jump up and just run.
Just run right
at him.
him.
I just run right at him.
Hey,
or
Todd,
run either right at him or right off the field.
Sometimes that works.
Yeah.
Hey, once out of every 100, it works, right?
Yeah. And I'd much rather get shot in my chest and my gun and my goggles as I'm running somebody down than get chicken winged in the back because I chose the wrong.
Those are
way
bad
to switch.
pictures, anyways. You know what looks cool? Running somebody down. You know what doesn't look cool? Getting ran down.
Yeah, well, and the real difference is, right, when you're in this situation, you can't really defend yourself, right? If you're up here and someone starts putting it on you, then you can put it right back on them, and you're like, okay, hey, we're both good, cool.
The one thing you got to be careful with that, though, is not to get that penalty.
Yep.
You don't want to ever get that penalty as the last body left alive. Because not only do you lose that point, probably going to be losing the next point, too.
I don't know if it's been the same for you guys on the pro field, but on Lone Wolf Field, we had refs actually throw a ton of minors this event, but I felt like they were all justified. I don't know what was going on with the consistency there, but some of the best reffing I've seen.
Oh, great.
It wasn't a crazy penalty-filled tournament, but I'd say an average amount of penalties. We did have a gross major on, we'll tell that story in a bit. So Dynamic up by 1 right now against Shock Kids. We'll see if Shock Kids can increase their survivability as they lost too many bodies out of those spots.
Dynamic getting a penalty. Kid going to the tower, got shot. Continue to play on. Not going to get away with that on the pro field, kid. 5-on-3 here for advantage for Shock Kids as they advance in Snake 2, Matt.
Yeah, so think that might be, is that Munoz? Can't read his back from here. I hate it when they put, see Todd, they put those blue letters with no outlining on a gray background. Might as well not even put letters on at all. Oh, no, that's Munoz. So Munoz is number 2. He's at the inside mini wall. He's got a body out in Snake 2 right beside him. And a great crossroad spread with a body out in D1. Now they just need to stay alive. They have that body at the Hertz brick to deal with, though, for Dynamic. And Dynamic has sitting on a baby 1-point lead here.
Dynamic did get out to that Dorito corner as well, Matt.
Yeah, and Snake 1. So they got a pretty good crossfield spread, too, with a 5-on-3 situation in favor of Shock Kids.
Yeah, Munoz has the ball here, right? He can go up into that wing or up into the Hertz bunker. There he goes. Goes to the Hertz bunker. He's going to look to go shut down the D side or advance through the center onto Dynamic side of the field. 2 players now in the Snake for Shock Kids. A lot of guys like to do this, so one guy can look inside, one guy can look outside.
Yeah, I like that move across from Munoz. I saw Greenspan, I think, make that move across for San Diego Dynasty. But he's going to go hunting right now because they have a high body situation. He needs to find a way to safely bunker out this Hertz brick.
Oh, he's going to get the Snake guy right here.
Or just shoot the... Oh, and he does. So Munoz with the crossfield kill on Snake 1. Snake 1 a little too sloppy up and over the top of that spot.
Especially up on points, down on bodies, right? Yeah. You got to make him come get you.
Oh, so Munoz tries to go and execute that brick. Does he shoot him clean? He does not. So Munoz does get the kill out of Snake, but then can't get that second kill, and that leaves that body alive. Number 7 needs to be very careful here. 7 needs to be careful. Okay, he's going to keep going. Maybe head check inside. Maybe head check inside.
Nah.
I mean, he has to know that there's still a body in that, if we're calling it the hot tub or the ball pit up there, Todd.
This guy's gone all the way back from the Snake, Matty, all the way around to get him.
Ooh, minor penalty. Now another penalty assessed on Dynamic. 2 penalties in this one for Dynamic. They squander the lead, and Shock Kids
I don't think there was a body to pull, so we'll probably be starting down one.
We just talked about this. Do not get penalties if you're the last body left alive. Kind of, not necessarily every time, but the 5-on-4. You know, again, if you get a penalty and there's no one to pull, it forces you to start down a body. If you get a major and there's no one to pull, it forces you to start down 2 bodies. So now they give up the lead, get a penalty, 2 penalties in that one. It's going to be a tie ball game. A lot of time left to go. We're in the pits real quick. Not really close enough to listen in, but you can just see the conditions out here after that crazy thunderstorm. I mean, we dodged multiple bullets this weekend.
Best we could hope for, man.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at the radar Friday and Saturday, and there was crazy thunderstorms and tornado warnings, but they were south of us. So if that stuff, I mean, this whole tournament could have got canceled if that stuff hit us square on for two days in a row.
You know, it's an outdoor sport. Sometimes the weather's there, and we got to deal with it.
I'm pleased with how the event turned out compared to what I thought was going to happen. So,
yeah, at least it wasn't Galveston 2012. That was the worst one I've ever been to.
There goes Altitude breaking out from the blue side. They go Snake on the break, Snake Tower, back center south bunker. The Dorito can. They shoot one, so 5-on-4 advantage for Altitude Sickness.
Down under 6 minutes to play. Altitude Sickness on the blue side. Livewire on the red side. Livewire outside wide. Snake side. Don't have anyone in the Snake yet.
I think the guy in the corner's gun is down, Matty. He's slapping his grip.
Yeah, that water sitting in on that board, might not be able to get it back up.
Altitude Sickness advancing from Snake 1 into Snake 4, Matt.
Yeah, no one's putting any pressure on him. That corner couldn't put pressure on from this angle anyway.
No.
But, yeah, he's trying to find a way. That gun's probably not getting back up.
No.
Good move out wide for Sickness.
Yeah, good fill out to that corner. Yeah.
He's putting a ton of pressure on Livewire's can right here, which hopefully he'll be able to make a move off that here soon.
Yeah, and if that Dorito starts shooting at that can at the same time, that guy's going to be eliminated. Because there you go. It gets out of that. Livewire gets from the can to the Dorito. That's a great fill.
It's Miller again for Altitude Sickness. Like what we're seeing out of this kid already.
Yeah, Miller on Livewire side of the field already. Looking inside, gunfighting the Snake side tower. Looks like his gun's working just fine. He is going to get a check from the ref there. Looks like he's okay. Oh, no, he has been eliminated. Hopefully he asked for a check so he doesn't get a penalty. Snake on the... Oh, that was a rough dive for Livewire into Snake 2. and gets eliminated.
Shot, yeah.
Wow.
That was just a really good fill by Sickness.
Bodies are dropping left and right. I believe this has devolved into a 3-on-2 situation. Advantage, Altitude Sickness with Livewire with one player in the snake corner, gunned down, one player in the Dorito. Sickness with one player in the Dorito side wing, the 50 snake, and another player in the Dorito can, so 3-on-2.
You can see here, eye in the sky. The bulk of the firepower for Altitude Sickness over on that D side and middle. So they need to stay alive here in the snake with just 2 bodies that they're looking at for Livewire. They're on the red side, but they're in those crucial spots.
Actually, Sickness, it looks like Sickness has 4 bodies.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Yeah,
oh,
4-on-2. So it's a 4-on-2 situation with 3:41 to go, a tie ball game.
Huge advantage.
Now here's a look at the D side attack. Gonna move up into D2.
Maddie, can you see if that snake side corner got his gun up or not? I know he's looking inside, but I haven't heard of it.
I can't tell. I can neither confirm nor deny. I mean, he's trying to get balls out of it, but I haven't actually seen a ball come out of it in a while. Nah, he's still messing with it.
Yeah,
so it's essentially one body left alive.
Yeah,
but
it's a 4-on-1.
But Altitude Sickness doesn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm coaching this, I might blow that if I'm watching my player not, with a gun down, only 3 minutes left, 1-1.
Todd, 4-on-2, 3 seconds. Yeah, 3 minutes left. Yeah, I'm telling this.
Yeah. Not much you can do.
You know, that player in the corner is super frustrated right now. He's like, if I only had a gun.
This is Anderson. Yeah, James Anderson in here right now for Altitude Sickness. Talking it up, looking cross field. Best case scenario for Altitude Sickness is to win this point in this. Essentially, it's a 1-on-3 or 4 if they haven't lost anybody. And do it with as much time taken off the clock as possible. It's a sloppy, gross conditions out there. These points are running longer.
Well, like you said, they don't know that corner's gun is down, right?
Yeah.
At some point, they've got to start probing through the middle to try to figure out that gun is down. But as right now, they think it's a 4-on-2. But even with the 4-on-2, you got to kind of press that advantage, right?
Yeah, but that's one of those things when you're playing in conditions like this, you have to keep that in mind. There's going to be a decent chance that either your team or your opponent's team or your opponents will have guns that go down. And so if you know that a body's in a certain position and you're not seeing the fog of some shots coming out of it or a stream or you're engaging it, you got to think maybe his gun's down.
Yeah.
It's part of it when you're playing in a mud pit. And so it looks like they are going to concede a point. Squandered a little bit of that time, though, but Altitude Sickness going to take a 1-point lead.
I don't mind how Sickness played, right? They were up, bodies, they knew kind of the situation. They could have closed out quicker. Obviously, we can see from this bird-eye view, but I mean, if your head's down and you don't want to lose that engagement, you're in the quarterfinals right here. I think that they played that smart, slow, and
yes.
I would like to have risked at least one body in a 4-on-2. If we lose that guy, maybe we reassess the situation. But when we have an advantage and we're down, right, we got to kind of press.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I agree, though. I like how they played that. Could they have done it faster? Maybe. Sure, they could have. But given the conditions, the fact they didn't know that gun was down, they got the point, and they did take a decent amount of time off the clock. So mission successful.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now we're in the pits here with Altitude Sickness. Here's my boy Nick with the green hat. Shout out to Borderland Paintball Park, RIP.
Borderland.
Did you get to play at Borderland, Rich? Man, that was an amazing field.
I wish.
Not like the KC badass field that you have, with, it was more of like a woods ball paradise.
Yeah, but that's badass in itself, you know what I mean? I feel like every park in one way or another is badass. They all have their
everyone's got their own little niche, right?
Yeah. Like Badlands was one of the sickest parks I've ever been to, Do they have a dope turf field like mine? No. But is it sick? Yeah. Absolutely.
Do they have jacuzzis like yours? No.
But I don't have that either. When the hell did I get that?
You got a jacuzzi? Oh, man, that's awesome, man. Good for you, Todd.
Come through.
What makes an awesome paintball field? The type of conditions that you're playing on. For a woods ball field, it was the variation of terrain. So coming up, being able to play a field where you could play reeds, there was like some river involved in it. We had some, some Southern California hill type fields with chaparral out. I mean, we had all different types, deep woods. I mean, it was just, you got to play all different types, so it's made us good fast when we would go to different places in the United States to play.
Shop Kids getting snake 1 on the break. Does not make it, gets eliminated. 5-on-4 advantage for Livewire.
Yeah, a lot of time left in this one. 8:15 to go. Locked at 1. Shot Kids on that blue side. It's also just great to see for the Aftershock program. They have a European team. They got a kids program. Obviously, the pro squad was looking really good. We're going to have to see how they do in when we finished Texas in AC.
But they went 3-1 or 3-1.
I think they went undefeated.
Or 4-0. Nice. Yeah, I know they were playing well. Corey Hall was dominating.
My boy Ryan got some great spins, so shout out to Ryan. Happy to see that kid.
Here's that move crawling into the snake from the tower.
They went 3-1. They lost to the Bears.
Livewire from snake 1 to snake 2. Shock Kid's losing another player on the D side can. 3-on-4 advantage for Livewire. Livewire 3 across the back line, 1 in snake 4. Shock with snake 1, Dorito corner, and the south bunker in the center of the field. Oh, is that dynamic? No, Livewire.
Dynamic.
Dynamic taking the walk. I apologize. Oh, Dynamic losing another player out of that corner. Been a good back and forth match here. Dynamic with snake 4 and the Dorito corner.
Man, this player at Snake 1 for Shot Kids,
he's confident.
Playing like Archie Montemor.
Yeah, he's confident.
There.
Wheeling and dealing.
Yeah, Archie just likes to be up and over the top of spots until you put pressure on him. So just really trying to keep his spidey sense tingling for those incoming streams.
You could literally see Joey uncomfortable with Archie standing over. He's like, it was like making his skin crawl.
Yeah, I try that, and for some reason I get shot.
Me too. Yeah, if I tried to do anything cool like that, I would just catch the ball for sure. Yeah, I like the way the Shock Kid is playing. He's over the top. He's inside. He's outside. He's engaging multiple people, not just sitting on his own or waiting for something to happen. He's trying to be proactive.
Ooh, well, whoever that is for Shock Kid in there almost got shot by, I think Kids has Best on the back of his jersey. But I just looked at the roster, and there is no Best on the roster, so not sure for Dynamic. Dynamic almost won that gunfight. This kid dodged a ball.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he's living on the edge. You've got to be able to dodge streams if you're going to live on the edge like that.
Yeah, you've got to be really, really proactive there. You've got to be one step ahead of the other guy the whole time. Is it a 2-on-2, Maddie?
I think it's a 3. I think it's a 3-on-2.
I would need to see our eye in the sky again to figure
Shock
it out.
has somebody on.
Yeah, 3-on-2. The center tower, too.
Yeah, and they're in the Dorito 4. Ooh, that was a bad.
Ooh, both of them kind of begging for a penalty.
Yeah, he's going to get the penalty.
They're going to get it. It's going to be a major.
Mine's
going to be a major penalty assessed on the Shock Kids, and I don't think they have enough bodies to pull.
Yeah, that referee is very conscious of there's somewhere out there is supposed to be a boundary line, and he keeps calling penalties on people going out of bounds. But it's a little challenging when, it's muddy and wet.
Yeah.
Rough to call out of bounds penalties when there's no line there. I mean, from our view, there's a little bit of a line. You can kind of see the remnants, but only maybe about 2% of it. The rest of it is covered in water and mud.
See, that's the one thing that these guys didn't buckle up for, is they weren't prepared to step on the field with these pro refs that really understand exactly what they're supposed to do, and that's what a pro ref's supposed to do. So if we had Archie out here running out of bounds, that ref was doing his job.
Yep.
So it sucks that it's happening to a young divisional kid that's not really aware of his surroundings in these moments, but it's going to make them learn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good opportunity either way, right?
It can be an eye-opening experience when you get out here with the pro refs that are used to reffing, the best 20 teams in the world. And you got to be hardcore.
Yeah, I mean, as a ref, you just want to see those guys be consistent across the board.
100%.
Like they shouldn't change how they're reffing just because lower divisions on the field.
Yeah, and as long as it's like any sport, strike zone, fouls, however you want to call it, holding penalties. As long as it's being called evenly on both squads, you just adapt to that. Double dose of attackers for Livewire as they need a quick point. Minute and 50 seconds left here in this quarterfinal match, trying not to get knocked out of this tournament.
Sickness all alive across the back, Matty. 5 alive.
Yeah, they're going a little bit more conservative on the game plan with the heavy guns up. Has not produced a kill yet, so 2 bodies up the gut and attacking in the middle of the field and in good positions at those 50-yard line wedges for Livewire, and then on secondaries, flooding out wide and making it clean. They're going to hit the deck and crawl up through the mud and into the Snake Lake, into Snake 1. For Livewire, so they're putting themselves in the positions they need, but they're running out of time. Minute 20.
He's got to just keep going down that snake right
for sure. Because ideally, if you need one, you want to be with around a minute. You want to be at the 50-yard line everywhere on the field.
And if Sickness doesn't go forward, right, so they don't have people up the field for you to get, then you've got to crawl all the way to their back line before you're going to start getting eliminations. Oh, they lose that snake player.
I really would love to see this Livewire center guy kind of move forward and try to take advantage of this mini W.
Yeah. So Carpenter taking the walk here from the snake. He might have been having some gun problems too as he's looking at his gun. It's not really working.
That common mistake is to fall into a defensive position and gets the team not
huge
attacking.
Dorito.
Yeah, dives through a big, huge puddle into D3. Hope his gun's working. Tell you what, though, Todd, the electronic guns in 2024
so much
way
better.
better with the water than they used
Insane.
to be back in the mid 2000s.
It
Way
was
better.
crazy. My PE gun just kept on pushing through. So it's crazy what they can handle.
So now they're going to be getting another body here for a live wire in the snake. And you can see all those bodies at the 50-yard line, but there's just 22 seconds left, and no one's on their feet and ready to attack other than D4. So altitude sickness, I think they're going to be holding on to this quarterfinal victory.
Yeah, they played a good game. Got up on points, played smart, good coaching.
You hate to see a guy laying on his stomach with 10 seconds left.
Or playing defense against a team that's up on points, right?
Todd, you may have heard me say this before. What's the cardinal sin of paintball?
Dying in your bunker.
No,
I feel like
the cardinal sin of paintball, the worst thing you can do is when you're down by 1 and you're still alive when time expires, meaning you didn't just try something.
Roll the dice.
Roll the dice,
Todd,
do something.
Look at me next time.
Yeah,
I'll
give me the answers because
you weren't looking.
It's
So I
the
couldn't-
Maddie effect, right? Like this.
Oh,
this
I get
guy,
starstruck looking at him all the time
dude,
too.
I'm blushing, 90% of the time. So.
But yeah, it frustrates me because that's why I say it all the time. It's like so many times we'll see it, and occasionally we'll still see it in the pro division, where it's like there's a huge scoreboard right here, man.
Yeah.
Like head check the clock if you stay in your bunker and hide, you're gonna lose no matter what. If you try to put a guy in and make a move, maybe you hit that guy on the run. That's why we do running and shooting drills. Maybe he gets a major penalty. You never know. At least, and maybe he just misses your shot, and now all of a sudden you're in a better spot. So, but you cannot be alive when time expires, when you're down by 1. If you're down by 2 or 3, okay, man, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. No big deal, whatever. You weren't going to win that game anyway, unless it's for spread. But yeah, just a important mandate for how this game is played. Jump into this next one here. Dynamic up by 1 on Shot Kids. A little bit more time left in this one with 5:26 still on the clock. Shot Kids on that red side, left-hand side of your screen. Dynamic going to be making a move up to that 40-yard line. Hurts brick.
Shot Kids all the way to D3 on the break. Big fight, but they do lose attack on the snake side. 5-on-4 advantage here for Dynamic.
Yeah, that is a big kill. And is that Munoz, or is that their front attacker in the snake, number 7?
That's the front attacker in the snake, and that's. I honestly feel like that's a really good kill for Dynamic because that kid's willing to deal him.
Yeah, for sure, Todd.
Dynamic into snake 1 now, guys.
Tower's looking to go for Shot
sure.
Kids.
Yeah, nice move across there.
That's Munoz. So Munoz is going to make his move across, going to mirror up as the Dynamic's already in snake 1. And once you get into snake 1, you have to get in gunfights down that sideline in order to move up. So player for Livewire or Dynamic does that, gets into snake 2, reestablishes the lane left-handed, and they got a pretty good crossfield spread, try to hold on to this 1-point lead.
Dynamic now up into the 50 snake, giving them advantage both with a body and position.
Referee coming in to check out the tower. He's good. And here on your screen, Dynamic in a good spot. Looking at Shot Kids, trying to make something happen. Still some time to work with. They don't need to create any desperation runs quite yet, as they're down a body. Little head check here for Dynamic from Best, who wiping the mud off his goggles. Yeah, Best has been a little bit more gun dominant on Munoz. And Munoz has been kind of going back and forth in that spot. There are some good shots inside from Snake 1.
Yeah, well, and
depending on where they are.
Defense will be really, really good. You can lock down the center and the Ds. Yeah. It's just not an offensive position where you're going to get a lot of kills out of the guys in the center can't.
Well, it's interesting. Yeah, well, Rich, Todd, it's the Dynamic Snake players is looking like they need a point quickly.
That's what I was thinking. I like how he's playing it. Get down in the 50 and then just look inside and do some work. Oh, here we go. Big move.
Munoz going to run the highway. Oh, gets caught though.
Oh, that's not what you want to. Yeah.
Yeah, Best is playing really well over here for Dynamic.
Yeah, he moves good timing, good gunfighting.
Now they take a 2-point lead, and we are in true X-Ball. So next up after this, more quarterfinal action in D3. It's going to be Wolfpack taking on PTN and Kickin' Factory and Texas Titans. And I got Todd Boy up here. And so you were saying that Kickin' Factory got some battles in at the sports at
Absolutely.
the complex?
Yeah, they came down and they grinded with us all weekend. And, I mean, honestly, they looked great. They're a D3 team, but they were putting up points against us. And, they fought all weekend. I think we played 51 points. Like that, their team played 51 points, which is crazy for a D3 team. Like, not a lot of people are really committed to a 51-point grind.
Well, and just for a little perspective, when I go see, say, like a Dynasty practice, and I'm like, hey, how long are you guys playing today? the answer is typically 30, 35 points.
Yeah.
So to get into the 50s, play 50 points, that's a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. So those guys, I mean, you see, right? Like, they're here. They played 51 points against a semi-pro team. They learned. They developed really good game plans around it. They have Tim Land coaching them.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
So Tim's really smart, and he knows how to put things together. So I would not be surprised if we see them come out and really, like, land some good shots on the break and hopefully dominate, you know, I'm guessing in the snake. That's kind of where they produce, so we'll see what's up.
Big Tim Land fan. Can't wait to watch him coach.
Yeah, Tim, funny thing about Tim is when I first started playing paintball, Tim was a big part of me learning how to play. So him and Mark Johnson came down to Kickin' Factory, and I got to meet all those guys, and really that's kind of what made me embrace paintball is meeting Mark and Tim. Those guys are great guys, and they're always down to help the people learn. And I was D5 at the time, and they got me to where I am.
Great, good story.
So shout out to Tim.
Call that paying it forward, right?
Yeah, man.
You got to teach the next generation, and then they teach the next generation, and so on and so forth. It's awesome, man. It's good to hear. Okay, about to jump into this next one. Dynamic trying to hold on to this 2-point lead. So Dynamic, in their schedule, they beat CWE Power.
That is a huge move.
That's awesome, right? And he gets them. Wow.
Dynamic had a couple battles and a couple blowout wins to get to this quarterfinal match. 3 minutes left on the clock, as Munoz is going to be taking the walk here for Shock's kids. Also at this point, with a little under 3 to go, Shock has to ride on that reckless edge. You have to start trying to make something happen. You can't just out-gunfight Dynamic with just 3 minutes left down by 2.
5-on-4 advantage for Dynamic as Aftershock kids attack in the Doritos and on the Snake side at the same time.
I just absolutely love that Dynamic's still getting up here in the center. They're not staying in the back waiting for it to come. They're still pushing the pressure. I love it.
Proper paintball, Todd, man. That is the way you do it. Because, yeah, sure, can you take all the back spots and win that way? It does happen occasionally, depending on the layout, but that is a lower percentage way to do it. It's better to take a little bit of ground and then play defense than just play defense from all the back spots. Seems counterintuitive, but historically, that's paintball, 504. It's not 101. That's like the higher level right there. Yeah, Dynamic just rolling. And that middle is just so powerful. And if guys play proactive in that middle, sometimes your opponents don't even know how many bodies you have in there if you're going to different spots. He's being content to just chill at that brick right now and pump paint towards the Snake side to try to keep number 7 in this position. He's already up into Snake 4. There's no one in front of him, though, so he could, or he needs to, because the thing is like, we're in the quarterfinals, man. If you don't win, that's it. You're packing your bags. Your tournament's over. So I would like to see this guy try with 2 points needed in just a minute and a half. He has to be crawling down the Snake.
Absolutely.
Has to be.
45 seconds ago. Here he goes now. He's starting to get it going, but I don't like this. He should not be popping up right here.
Yeah. He's going to pop up right where that guy's been waiting. Oh, he missed that. He didn't see him. He's so tight you can't see him.
He's going to be able to... No, that guy, yeah, he's
But he starts shooting, he's going to see the paint. He's going to roll into it.
Yeah, he can't even... Yeah, if that guy rolls out, it's a free kill on 7.
What is going on?
He's so tucked in on it, they can't even see him.
So now he's going to hear him, see him. The Hertz bunker's going to start to wrap around him. And now they see each other.
Got to commit 7. Shock kids are kind of playing like they need 1 and not like they need 2.
Yeah. Well, I like what the Hertz guy doing now is just peppering that bunker. So he's pressuring the Hertz guy, and he kills him, right? Instead of waiting there to try to win a gunfight, just dump a lot of paint, make him come into that paint and try to get lucky.
So whoever is playing this Hertz bunker for Dynamic,
Number 11.
This guy is playing like a stud. He got to the right spot. He disengaged. He didn't let the guy juice him out of there. Stayed alive.
He caught that guy earlier. Munoz moving up into their side of the field too.
Absolutely.
Like he's gotten 3 key kills here.
Shock kids you can't concede at this point because you're not going to score 3 points in 13 seconds.
Yeah, Dynamic looks really, really good here.
So Dynamic going to be knocking out the Shock kids here in this quarterfinal match. Altitude Sickness with the win here. Dynamic with the win. Going to be moving on to the semis.
Seeing some really good, impressive divisional D3 paintball. I mean, honestly, if you brought me up here, you could have convinced me this is semi-pro or D2. I mean, a lot of these good moves are happening. It doesn't, like that first move that we seen when him dropping up to the center.
Yeah, and his read and react off it was amazing.
And he stayed alive. Like, that was super impressive. A lot of people will drop the bag right there, panic, do something goofy. He just stayed calm, controlled, got the kill, went to the bunker, and just did his job, looked snake way, and understood what his moment needed to be right there, and that was awesome. Impressive.
Absolutely, Todd. So year after year, we keep saying the divisional ranks get better and better and better, and because of the storm and how it all shook out, we get to see a lot of it today. So stick around. Another quarterfinal set coming at you here in D3 X-Ball. It's going to be Wolfpack taking on PTN and Kickin' Factory and the Texas Titans. I got Rich Telford and Todd Boyer up here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in here to Go Sports, and we'll be right back with more of the Lone Star Major. Stick with us.
What's up, guys? This is Mr. H reporting live in Texas from the Lone Star Open, and our HK Army event shirt is officially for sale. This thing turned out so badass, so if you want one, make sure to stop by, and if you're not going to be at the event, do not worry. They're available while the event is going on, only on hkarmy.com. So stop by the website, pick one up, and if you're looking to say what up, stop by the HK Army booth. I'll be here all weekend. Let's go!
The game of paintball is a fast-paced, high-intensity sport. But at its heart, the concept is simple. Shoot your opponents before you get shot, and then march down the field. 2024 NXL Major League Paintball season is here, and the best teams and players in the world are gearing up for battle in the Lone Star State, April 26th through 28th. After the dust settled at the first event in Las Vegas, Dynasty proved that they are still the greatest team ever to play the game, with 3 come-from-behind wins at the event. They ran the table on Sunday, even though they were playing with a tight roster, with the absences of Blake Yarber and Chris Shear. They fought back from an 0-3 deficit to take down Rising Stars New Orleans Hurricanes in the final match. They will still be the favorite in Texas, as this is their second win in a row, with 10 victories since the COVID break in late 2020, including 4 World Championships.
Goal was Sunday. Second goal was get out of the quarters, which was to be top 4. We're now there. We're now considered one of the top 4 teams in the world, gentlemen. It's not enough.
The Hurricanes may have lost the event in their first ever finals appearance, but they won the respect of fans worldwide by playing a gritty, aggressive, and intelligent brand of paintball. Also down a few key starters, the heroic performances of Daniel Camp and Jacob Seawright helped lead the team to a new level, and the future is bright for these rising blue-collar stars. Red Legion was back in fine form after a disappointing 2023 season. The new addition of Justin Rabakoff instantly added consistency to their stellar starting 5 and paid off with a third-place finish. If their starting 5 stays healthy, then Legion should be in the hunt for a win all season long. ASG Aftermath, though young in their pro careers, continue to put in impressive performances and showing vast improvements in small amounts of time, and they are currently ranked 4th. Outside the top 4 squads, the league is loaded with teams who could make deep runs on Sunday. Heat and Impact, with their proven all-star lineups, are overdue for a win. Infamous and X-Factor's high-powered roster should be contenders at every event. Tampa Bay Damage, LA Ironman, Chicago Aftershock, New York Extreme, and AC Diesel all underperformed to start the year, and they will be out for blood in Texas. And the rest of the league, Baltimore Revo, the Brooklyn Bears, Austin Notorious, PB Fit, Seattle Uprising, Blast Camp, and the ML Kings have proven that no team is safe, and that anyone can beat anyone at any time. There is no room for weakness in Major League Paintball. Watch all the action go down April 26th to the 28th, only on gosports.com.
Yeah, we were here for 4 days at X Factor Park. We had 4 teams, Infamous, X Factor, Heat, and Impact. We're playing like full matches and match-like scenarios and just battling out and swap teams.
The amount of talent and elite teams that are here at this practice, if you're not here, where are you? You know, we're out here just throwing bows.
It honestly is probably one of the most elite practices we could actually put together in this season. So we have the opportunity, we're graced with it for Alex Martinez to host everything. It's going great so far, very, very competitive practice.
We just lost the 4-2.
That last event, you know, we played the Russians in the quarterfinals, and in our opinion, they didn't beat us. We definitely gave it to them. We were up in all those points or up in positions, and we felt like we made some mistakes. So we're just trying to clear those up and play a little tighter and a little better as our team, not make those mistakes, and obviously we're getting more prepared for this event.
So you know how to line yourself up? You take like you go 3 steps back and then 1 over.
This is your technique. I have a different soccer technique.
It's every football player.
Nah.
Like, even the soccer
Football
player.
and soccer is a different.
But even the soccer player.
Right. Oh, Christ, that's the fun. Go. Oh, good step.
Touchdown! Field goal.
Fucking touchdown.
Oh, solid.
I see Ryan Holt run all the way down with his ball.
Laces out, dude.
That was as good as we were going to
Good as it was getting.
I was looking at breakouts, and on breakouts, to me, guys,
We are back. More quarterfinal action coming at you from D3 here at the Lone Star Major. Matty Marshall got Todd Boyer and Rich Telford to call this set. It's going to be Wolfpack taking on PTN, Kickin' Factory, and the Texas Titans. And so, Todd, you were saying Kickin' Factory playing a ton of points at the complex. Who were they? And they were practicing it against you guys?
Yeah, so they came out and grinded against the Missouri All-Star Semi-Pro, and they grinded against City Oilers Semi-Pro team. And, I mean, they just hung with us all weekend, man. And obviously it paid dividends. They're here in the quarterfinals and hopefully going to make it on to finals, playing for first and second.
Yeah, so
a little bias here.
Quarterfinal, yeah, of course. Yeah, you got to wear the bias on your shoulder sometimes. Everyone's going to have a little bit of favorites out here. And Wolfpack, PTN, and then Kickin' Factory versus Texas Titans, about to jump into point number 1.
Good 5-on-5 breakout for both teams.
Yeah, pretty similar. No one really trying to risk too much, but now getting into snake 1. And back corner bunker on the for Wolfpack. So Wolfpack's on the blue side, PTN's on the blue side, Wolfpack on the red side.
Yeah, Wolfpack in a little bit more of a defensive posture, Matt, with the back 4 bunkers and the south bunker in the center. No Dorito side presence. They do attack now into the snake. Wolfpack corner player goes from corner to snake 1.
Nice fill to the corner.
Such an important fill. Getting it from that can out to that corner is crucial. Back center now tries to fill over and gets caught. So 5-on-4 advantage now for Wolfpack as they advance into snake 2 and Dorito 1.
That's the thing, being a back player. You got to really, pay attention to if you can make that bump. It's going to be a little slower with how much mud and water's over there. So you got to make sure you can make it and stay alive.
Well, and if you're the inside contained guy, you know if they haven't got outside, they're coming, right? So if you do your job, you're going to get a kill. They drop another body, so Wolfpack now up 2 bodies in a 5-on-3 situation.
Really good comms. Wolfpack, you can hear them yelling Lucy, which is another term for left side kill.
And getting that player in here, PTN, on your screen, right-hand side. He's at a crucial spot because they're down bodies. Somebody needs to clock in and win a gunfight here. They're going to be worried about this player with Wolfpack, a high body moment. In point number 1, you need to convert high body situations. Todd, we've had, and see, that's the type of death you do not want to have. If you want to drive your coach bananas, die in high body situations,
from the back,
opportunities.
From the back. Big bite on Wolfpack going from 0-1, 0-3. 4-on-3 advantage here for Wolfpack.
Would have liked to see that center push a little bit sooner,
Yeah, he gets up there. Hey, as long as you make it clean, but yes, timing is.
Here comes the flag on Wolfpack.
Looks like a minor penalty assessed that's going to pull out that player in the middle. And what was a 5-on-2?
It was a 4-on-2. Now it's a 3. I mean, yeah. Now it was a 5-on-3. Now it's a 3-on-2.
And this could be a huge momentum shift.
Oh.
PTN ends up getting shot out trying to get up into that 50 wedge. So, yeah, man, bodies are just getting thrown away left and right.
It was the right move, Matty. He just went in a little bit high and got caught on the cross shot.
So what do we have now? A 2-on-2 or a 1-on-2? I believe a 1-on-2.
Yeah, I think it's a.
No, it is.
Yeah, so Tower and Snake 2 for Wolfpack. You can see here on your screen. That's it because of that penalty. And then on the flip side, I think just that Snake 4 position.
Yeah, just.
Oh no, there's another one. He was
so
hiding in
2-on-2
that spot. I think it's a 2-on-2.
Hopefully
yeah,
it's 2-on-2. Yep, 2-on-2 guys here. Sorry.
Nice move up to the center.
Yep. He's got the cross shot now on Snake 2 inside. Now he's going to wrap and put pressure on the towers as well. Yeah, I like that reposition there because he can put pressure on both players for Wolfpack.
Yeah, so a little bit of a longer situation now. This is that 2-on-2, but better field position for PTN. They're spread out a little bit. They have that whole D side, so that player from the wedge, and he's got to be careful because the tower's shooting at him, but he has a lot to work with over there. Whereas Wolfpack is kind of stuck in their spots, depending on the pressure and situation.
I really would like to
create.
see this PTN player in the Snake kind of like pop up or just do something to
engage,
try.
right?
Yeah, just like take this fight on and put this tower in and do something.
Make it a 2-on-2 instead of a 2-on-1, right?
Let's go.
Well, the longer this point goes, the more important it becomes in this 2-on-2 first point situation because the conditions are kind of nasty. So we are seeing points run a little bit longer out here. And it's Sunday, so that's going to add some time typically to points and slow things down anyway without the puddles and the mud. Good communication from these two players for Wolfpack. On me, on you. The player at that 50 wedge has just been pretty much focused on this angle. He hasn't really looked like he wanted to get creative and move. I mean, he has a lot to work with over here.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, he's got.
And then loses. That is a
death.
Yeah, that's a tough one. And now it's going to be a 2-on-1 situation here in favor of Wolfpack with that nice kill. I believe from the Snake 2 player. Was it? Yeah, I got to be Snake 2.
There we go.
Look at
There we
this,
go.
though.
Oh, this is huge.
He's going to get one. He's going to run through. They still always there. Oh, that's the
stellar.
That's what you want to see.
Stellar.
That is
stellar
what you
play.
want to see.
That's the best move that
That's
we
what
have
you wanna
seen
see.
out here so far today. Beautiful job. Okay, you got to remember this guy's name. Who are you, my friend? You just balled out to put your team
Does that say Reed?
up by one.
Number
for
3.
PTN.
Number 3.
Yeah, Brendan Reed.
Nice work, Reed.
Way to go, man. Way to recognize like a down body situation and just like throw the dice. That's what we talked about earlier. Sometimes you just have to do that and you could come out on the better end, and that's a perfect
If you
example.
wait for them to run you, you're going to trade out with that guy and they're going to have one body and still win that point. If you go get them when they're not looking, you have an opportunity at least, right?
We're in
That's
the
a
pits.
great move.
Yeah, with the hero of that last one, Brendan Reed. 1-on-2, just, hey, we talked about what happens sometimes when you just risk it. Just go, just go. Maybe they'll be looking out inside, and which is insane because they got that kill. And
I thought immediately they'd go get him.
Well, they must have not known that it was a 2-on-2 situation. They were stuck in pretty rough spots, all trapped on one
Down
side.
on bodies at the
but they
beginning.
get that kill, and then they're still kind of probing inside when the only person they need to worry about is the Snake. And then, so they're both looking inside, and he runs through and shoots them both in the back. Reed,
way to clock
amazing
right
job.
there, man.
Well, and you had said that Snake wasn't being very proactive,
Yeah.
right? So maybe they forgot about it,
Yeah.
right? Because he wasn't putting any pressure on him, Matt. Maybe they just didn't know he was there anymore.
Absolutely.
5-on-4. Maybe 5-on-3.
Snake player getting checked.
Yeah.
So I love to see that. Their shooting off the break is, proven to be good still. So
Yeah. Kicking Factory from the red side. Were there any big standouts that we should be looking for here, Todd, on Kicking Factory that you saw through those 50-something points?
what I would like to see is Johnny. He's in the, I believe that's him in the tower right there on the Snake side. I would like to see him go to work. He's their usually aggressor on the Snake side, and he really connects and puts it together. So let's see how he plays.
Just made a move outside wide. Joe's last name? Johnny.
And then we're also on the Dorito side. We'll have Scott clocking in. So I'll be looking out for Scott Pig as well.
John Jackson?
Yep.
John Jackson Jr.?
Yes, sir.
Still 5-on-4 advantage for Kicking as they reposition out into the Snake corner and the Dorito 1. giving them a one body position. Oh, they get another kill. 5-on-3 advantage for kicking as they advance from Dorito 1 to Dorito 2.
Scott going to work on the Dorito side, the far Dorito right now, Dorito 2.
For Kicking Factory.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Texas Titans gonna have to tuck in here and try to win a gunfight, try to even this up. They got a back center. Snake just moved into Snake 2.
Yeah. Factory now in Snake 2 as well. Big advantage here for Kicking Factory. Look at the secondary now. They're going to move from that South Electronics bunker up to that Center Hertz bunker, looks like. Nope.
I would really like to see this home just kind of like figure it out. It's like we're down on these bodies. Let me just try to make something happen. Let me try to get lost up the center real quick and see if I can kill somebody.
We just saw what happened to Reed, right? You know, so I'm not saying make it a dumb move downfield, but make the most calculated move and pick the best option for you given that moment. That's all you really can ask. That's all your coach can ask of you. And he does move up into the South Electronics tower, and do they get a kill here, Rich?
Kicking drops their play in the corner.
John dies out of the corner, so.
Bad death in that corner. That came from that center tower lobbing over the top on him, I think.
It's exactly what that Titan player needed to do. He needed to get lost, get into a different spot, shoot some blinds, and get a kill.
Yeah, what Kicking needs to do is ID where the bodies are, do the math, figure out they're up on bodies, up on position, and then press their advantage, right?
So number 92, gunfighting mightily left-handed. I believe you pronounced that Crow. Not sure if that E's silent or not. We'll go with Crow. It's a pretty sweet name.
What I'm not liking Kicking doing right now is they're not flooding the center, being up a body situation. We keep talking about how important the center is, and these teams are just, they're not getting up there at the right time.
That's a good point, Todd. I mean, the way we saw this play out, at least with the best players and teams in the world, is the center became a huge part of the story. And even in some of these, these divisional matches, we saw teams, threatening up the middle, sending multiple bodies up that center.
Oh, way over slide by Sam.
And there's that move that he should have made up the middle a minute ago. Now from the south bunker to the Hertz bunker. 3-on-3 here. Kicking has been in control this whole match, but failed to press their advantage.
And he's going to try to make sure there's no one in there with him. So we talked about how important that middle is. Todd, you wanted somebody from Kicking Factory to get in the middle, try to make something happen, and now... Oh, but he just gets a little too greedy on that wrap there.
Yeah, I thought he shot that center tower, right?
Yeah, but the center tower felt the pressure and tucked in. So just excellent job. And then Crow's still alive here in the Snake. And he's got good comms, too, talking up across the field. There goes movement up from the Texas Titans getting into D4.
Yeah, Tim's going to want this point back. That was a 5-on-3 that he's about to lose in a 3-on-1.
Oh, he's going to be upset, man.
This is a long first point, man. Good job, Texas Titans.
I want to see if Tim kills somebody.
It was a tough situation. They were in a low body moment, but they tucked in. They stayed alive. Crow played well. Not sure who that body is on the D side or the middle, but they played really well.
That's exactly what you need to do. I mean, obviously, I love the Kicking dudes, but I love paintball, and those guys
do
are
the job,
good
right?
Paintball,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So shout out to Titans for locking in and just getting those kills, man. Those guys had the opportunities to make the moves, and they squandered it. They didn't make the moves that they needed to early to get set up for the next delayed moves. If Titans just stayed in that home, as I spoke on it, and a dude was in the spot up the center to kill that bump.
On that fill, yeah.
Completely different game. So
for sure.
Hopefully they'll make the adjustment and they'll see that they need to get back up there in the center and play like they were when we were practicing.
Well, and it's so important because when things aren't going well mid-game, that was not a well-executed point for Kicking Factory. So now they have to have that harsh conversation in the pits, but make it productive and then make those changes and go back out down a point now. But again, there's still a decent amount of time left. It was a pretty long point, but we're going to see longer points out here today with these conditions. I mean, who knows? We may see a game where guys are just going at each other in the mud, but typically speaking...
we can hope.
Yeah, we can only
That's
hope.
all we can do.
No,
but typically speaking, that's not it.
The pro matches were so fun to watch, man. If you guys aren't watching Go Sports, you guys need to tap in and subscribe to Go Sports. Some of the best paintball to watch over this past weekend, man. I mean, what's up? Russian Legion putting it together, right? They were going at it there for a while.
Great.
It was crazy.
Ironman looked outstanding on a rebuild.
Did they go 4-0?
Blast Camp made Sunday on their second pro tournament ever.
Awesome.
ML Kings first event in Vegas, day one, didn't score a point. They got 2 Mercy Rule losses and then make a Sunday at their second event. So,
hey, well, look at what Kyle Berry's doing. If you guys aren't following Kyle Berry,
I am very close.
Go follow him, man, because he's constantly out at his
Every
field,
weekend.
his local field. He's putting on. He's showing younger guys how to play paintball. He's showing people how to do the proper drills, and he's putting content out there constantly, man. So, shout out to the pros like Kyle Berry that are doing the right
work.
things.
Yeah,
man.
and he's got a group there with Keith Brown that Hosky, and they're all working together, kind of bringing each other up, keeping their skills sharp. It's great.
Yeah, no dynasty, no impact on Sunday. It's going to be crazy when we get to Atlantic City and figure out who's going to win that one. So right now, jumping back into this one here, PTN from the Northwest with a 1-point lead, 6:40 on the clock against Wolfpack. And a 5-on-5 break. Both teams spreading out wide towards the snake side, getting that back corner bunker. Both teams at that South Electronics white tower. And then now a little outside progression here for Wolfpack as they get out to D1.
Both teams with a player up in the center now. 5-on-5. Oh, both players in the same bunker, on the center bunker. We'll see how it goes.
Going down in the middle here. Who's going to be that prevails? Is it going to be PTN, left side, or Wolfpack? As soon as somebody starts shooting their gun, the other guy's going to launch.
Snake is hot now for Wolfpack, guys. TPN also crawls into the snake. Very similar field position.
Which way does he launch? Does he go the inside route or does he go heads up?
Well, hopefully you go, if you hear the gun, go the other way. So if you hear the gun on the left, you go right.
That's
vice
where I messed
versa.
up, man. What was I doing?
It's all good, man. Todd, you're going to have a very bright future in front of you, my friend. So look at this. In the snake, just crawling through that mud and the muck, and then keeps his head on a swivel, though, and pops up. So the move was made.
That was a huge move by Wolfpack.
two.
He went and got 2, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yosh Rao made that move yesterday.
Well, and Reed saved it, though, because if Reed didn't, if he just went through a huge puddle, if he didn't keep his head on a swivel, that guy keeps going, maybe gets a third.
Absolutely. Absolutely, 100%.
Yep, great Reed back there.
But then
There
Wolfpack.
goes Reed again. Okay, so Reed is just clocking in right here.
Yeah.
They got to recognize we need to keep Reed in every single point.
Well, we got a lot of divisional paintball to watch out here, as that's all we're going to see today until we get to the semi-pros. But we give an award, NXL does, for Best Divisional Player MVP, and Reed is on the list.
There we go, Reed. Way to go. Clocking in, brother.
Because that was another at least a 2-pack for him right there?
Yeah, man, absolutely. And like you said, I mean, like, what D3 snake player is going to just like pop his head up real quick and just go, hey, let me check the inside. I hear all this gun firing going on, or maybe he's hearing like the refs signal. Like a lot of times when we're watching from up here, we can't hear what's going down, right? That communication. So we don't know. That player might have heard something and reacted. So shout out to him to be, aware in that situation like that.
We always talk about field awareness, head on a swivel. What does that really mean? That means you're being sensitive to the changing variables in very intense moments, and he just crawled through a disgusting puddle and, is in an intense moment, and he realized, hey, I've just got to a different spot. Let me check in the middle. Oh, my God. There's somebody running through, and he's already got 2 kills. He blasts that dude and then has the composure to then get right back on the attack and then look inside, head on a swivel. Ooh, another body to shoot. Boom, 2-pack right there. Yeah, Reed's just balling out.
He's going to be teaching clinics.
It's looking really good for Reed. And really helping his team, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. But yeah, it takes a team to win a tournament, but individuals individually need to step up and perform.
So we got 5-on-5. Kicking getting checked right now.
Yeah. That player just shot his own guy.
Ooh.
Just to let him know he was hit.
So 2 kills for Titans, making it a 3-on-5.
Yeah.
Position as well for kicking, just like we talked about. Now look where they are. They're up the center. They're going to work. They're doing the things they need to do.
Yep. Then they're going to get a body out wide on that. Important to get at least one body out wide on that D side. That D1 position is very, very important. As a launching pad, it's good as a safety valve. Body coming off. 2 bodies coming off right now for Texas Titans.
So that's Sam Miller up there in the center, who just crawled over to what we call the Sally, which is the Dorito side wedge. He looks inside, gets the snake 1 kill, making it a 2-on-5.
And this is another high body situation for Kicking Factory. They blew it in the last one. We got little under 7 to go. They really need to play tight paintball right now. Get up the field, communicate, and do not get shot out of your spots. You're only looking at 2 guns. There's 5 of you.
Yeah, I don't think Tim could possibly let them lose a 5-on-2. I'm sure he's willing right now, no matter what, for them to win this point.
So this is what I don't like seeing right now, is the disconnection between the center and our snake guys. Like, connect what's going on. Tell your snake guy to crawl all the way down the field and piece people up.
That's horrible, letting that guy fill all the way from the back, that can over there to this snake corner now.
Well, the player that was just a good read and react from the player for the Texas Titans. He saw the referee go in and check out number 13 here, who must have got bounced. It is super humid out here right now, so But then he just made that nice fill. And these are the two. If you have 2 left, these are the 2 spots you want. You want D1, and you want the back corner bunker on the snake side.
Best 2 defensive positions on
Question
the field.
is like, did they even see it? Do they know this guy's in the corner?
No one shot at any of those moves.
So, I mean, Titans, man. Holy crap, they really know how to lock it down. They get in these weird down positions, and, like, I don't know if this was the same 2 guys that were alive the last point, but, like, these guys are just playing very, very disciplined.
They must do a lot of situational awareness drills because you can simulate this in practice. When you go to practice, do you want to hope a learning moment presents itself, or do you want to just create a learning moment and run that again and again and again? That's how you get good in low bodies and high body situations. So, but, Kicking Factory pushing the issue in the middle. They've got that body into the brick. They're now going to get into D4. They have tightened it up. Did take a bouncer, but still looking pretty good.
Yeah, it's still
to
a
close
5
this
on
out.
2. Oh, 4 on 2. Kicking better tighten this up and win this point. They've got a lot of players still in the center of the field, Matt. There's 2 in the center wedge and 1 in the center tower.
Yeah, Rich, and they lose that outside contain. That's going to give D1 a lot more freedom.
Yeah.
Now. He doesn't have to worry about that attacker running outside wide to get his shot or getting closer to him. And he can also protect a little bit here. He can wrap around just a little bit of a breath of air for him as far as the pressure is concerned.
It's really frustrating watching this kicking player sit in the snake and not recognize that he can just crawl down. Like, let's get this done, right?
That's literally your job, is to go forward.
Get
right?
down the snake. I mean, the guy playing behind him needs to tell Johnny, like, get moving. Get on your belly, get to the spot, and kill this Dorito guy.
And if you're in those positions and they're not stopping you, you continue to go, right? If they stop you, you communicate that, you draw those guns, you absorb that pressure, and then they play off of that. But if no one's stopping you and you're stopping yourself, you're really not in the game. We call that inconsequential play.
Is this Johnny right here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the back corner bunker is completely focused inside. They're crossed up. It's a 2-on-4 right now. So most 90% of the time we'll see. Okay, now he's going back and forth. And Johnny has moved up. Okay, perfect. For a second, I'm like, why is he waiting in this spot when he can get across? It's just,
there we go.
Yeah, so well executed.
It took what do we think, 3 minutes too long?
Minimum.
Like we're burning clock, guys. That's the only thing I would say. I mean, these guys are going to know how to put it together. Let's see what a 1-1 point looks like.
Especially because they did the same thing the point before, right?
I know.
Obviously, the weakness, something they need to work on.
They need to connect
good
a little
breakout,
bit better.
but not very good closing.
Yeah, and I don't mean to be too harsh out here, but if I was Kicking Factory, that's the type of feedback I would want, because then they can go back and watch this and take that to their next practice and become a better paintball team,
Absolutely.
And they pulled it off.
And so we're not just talking about kicking here. Let's talk about Titans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Titans are fucking, excuse my language, Titans are...
Coming in a little hot there, Todd.
I mean,
a little hot.
they're getting in positions and they're playing super defensive and they're
being
staying
gritty.
alive.
They're
like,
getting super gritty, right? You can't dig those guys out, and that's a skill.
2-on-5, they end up getting a kill, make it in 2-on-4.
And dragging out a 3-minute point.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and so for them, if they just have a little bit better survivability in the beginning, because they're doing great low on bodies.
Yeah.
And like I said before, in the middle of that point, it really does look like they've been doing those situational awareness drills, because they don't look puzzled. They're not
panicking.
they're not taking a ton of time to put it together. Like, oh, this is what's in front of me, and we're down by. Oh, I got to get to this spot. So it looks like they did their homework. It looks like they've been doing their drills, and now if they could just get that survivability a little bit better out to start, maybe shoot a body on the break, then they could very potentially be winning this game. And we still have some time to play, but these, again, points are going to be running along today, man. We got nasty conditions. We got huge puddles and a lot of mud out there. Things are going to be going a little bit slower.
And I know people watching from home, they're sitting on their couch and they're like, oh, that looks miserable. But when you're out here and you're actually playing,
fun shooting people, man.
It's fun crawling around in the mud and just having a great time. It's not cold. Don't look at the mud and think, oh, this isn't terrible. It's a fun experience.
Yeah.
It's great, man.
We're a hardy bunch.
Makes paintball,
Yeah. Makes a good experience, too.
Well, we say it all the time. Like, these are the tournaments that you remember.
Yeah.
If it was perfect conditions, unless you won and you go play 10 years of tournament paintball, you're barely going to remember that event. But you will always remember this event.
Looks like
4-on-4. Both players losing one.
Yeah, we're down to under 5. Wolfpack needs to get it going. They're on the red side right now. PTN with a 2-point lead, and just the way this field is playing, I mean, it's not a big lead, but it's just tough to push aggressive, because even when you're in the snake, it's tough to get notch to notch, especially if there's somebody in there with you, and it just slows the mobility down. But looks like, yeah, PTN. So PTN getting right in the snake there. They're going to go up into snake 2. Snake 3.
Is that Reed? Who's had those really good points for him already?
See, number 3, yeah.
Yeah, that's Reed again.
Reed back in it, doing work. I love that. I love that, man.
He's good.
Keep running him.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they're coaching that, don't take Reed off the field. Like, he's got to play every single point.
So let me ask you a question. So if you're going to get kill off the break, what's more important, a wide kill or a home kill?
Wide kill.
Right?
Yeah, wide kill. Because then they got to refill. You may get 2 off that.
Yeah.
Then they got to get back out.
You should get a free kill off the kill.
So you just want to focus up on that wide kill.
For sure. I mean, if you can shoot the shooter, that's great too, but I'd rather get a wide kill because then they want to fill it again. 2 bodies have come off
So that makes
from
it a
Wolfpack.
2-on-4. And PTN is in all the right positions.
Yeah,
they're in the snake. They're wide in the Dorito. They've got a guy up in the center tower.
They've got the bodies. They're in a real good position to win this point.
3 minutes, 30 seconds. I'm probably going to, hang the towel on this one.
Yeah, especially because the snake player's gun is down. Unfortunately, snake one's player.
Yeah, I'd probably tell this.
Yeah.
I mean, they got Reed out there.
Yeah,
they got Reed out there.
You don't have a chance, right?
Yeah.
You might as well just quit.
Yeah, there's Reed on your screen. Yeah, 3:15. You're already down 2. If you do have a guy, yeah, they got to towel it. Guy's got a gun down. I mean, get back to 5-on-5, and then now go back to 5-on-5 with this 3-point deficit. You have no choice but start putting it together, pushing forward.
Yeah,
no choice.
Wolfpack needs to go right at him.
5 guns up.
Yeah, because we're in the quarterfinals. Doesn't mean anything about point spread. It's all about win and move on.
Kill
if
or
you
die,
lose,
man.
that's it. Your tournament's over.
Yeah, Wolfpack hasn't a good aggressive game, so I would expect to see them with this next point.
So PTN looking pretty solid here in this D3 quarterfinal match coming out of Seattle at a Doodlebud Sports. So, Northwest is another one of those meccas of paintballs over the years.
Yeah.
A lot of
good people up there.
A lot of good teams, good players coming all the way to Texas here representing and looking pretty good to potentially move on to that semifinal match.
Got a really good match between Kickin' Factory and Texas Titans, 1-1 right now.
Should be 2-0, Tim Land.
Yeah,
I think you know what I'm talking about.
What are we doing, Tim? Come on, put the right plays together. Special plays.
I don't think it was the plays. It was his guys losing up on body situations. But if you want to say it was Tim's fault, I'll jump on it with you.
No, I mean,
sure.
Tim just needs to come back to the complex. Bring his guys back to the complex. Get him grinding. We'll show him what's up.
Just take it easy on him. He's a slow learner, but eventually he'll get it. I'm just happy that he's coaching. He's very, very passionate about paintball.
Man, he is so knowledgeable.
Yeah, he's a smart dude. Yeah, he's a good guy all the way around. But he's passionate about paintball. He's super smart about paintball, and I'm glad he's coaching again.
So
he's got a great field, indoor field.
Oh, I love his field. Love his house. Love his wife. Love his family. It's great.
So 33 seconds go before the start of this next one.
Have you shot off his back porch?
I have not shot off his back porch, but it's awesome.
He's got an amazing little gun collection there too. You can shoot off the back porch.
Is this Texas?
No, he lives in.
It's like the edge of Missouri.
Yeah, Missouri.
Yeah, it's like the edge of Missouri.
They call it no man's land.
Yeah, it's like right there, in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I was gonna say, California, you gotta live in the sticks to be able to shoot off your back porch.
Yeah. Here we go, big point.
So on tripling up the back center here for the Texas Titans. Tripling up the back center.
And
did
they
it
get a
produce
kill?
the kill? It did. It worked out.
Yeah, they got a kill off that D side, Matty. So 4-on-5 advantage for the Titans.
So they released one out of that back center. A lot of times we call that the home. And then they're still doubling it up. Each shooting one way, snake side, D side, and they're going to get a body here.
Oh, and they lose a body. Titans out of the snake, making it a 4-on-4 situation.
Titans filling after that snake corner after that body loss.
I still feel like Titans have the better position just being wide in that Dorito. You never know what's going to happen. That guy can slip away at any moment.
Yeah, they don't have anyone in position to stop him right now. They need to release up the center. They release up the center. Let's see if he looks to stop that Dorito attacker.
Yeah, not able to yet. So Kickin' Factory here in this tie ball game, just 2:12 to go, getting in a really good position here in a 4-on-4. Actually, no,
bad death.
3-on-4 situation. So he loses his back player from that can. That can's been rough all weekend.
Oh, there we go. Good kill for Kickin', making it a 3-on-3. Man, we've got a game. That was a good fill by Titan to refill that corner, but our Kickin' player absolutely knows what's going on.
Well, that was a massive kill, Todd and Rich, because he had just lost his back player. If he doesn't get that kill, they're in a low body situation with not a lot of time left, and then they would have outside on him. So, yeah, that was massive.
It was a massive kill, but a lost opportunity, right? Because as soon as he killed him, he dropped his zone, and they refilled that position. Had he killed him, maintained his zone, they'd be up and under.
Well, we just talked. I mean, Todd was saying, is it better shoot the wide guy or the inside guy? Take the wide guy, because a lot of times they'll try to refill, and then you could potentially get get 2 kills if you can stay on that zone.
And now he kind of comes off that zone, and that's going to make it to where that Dorito side eventually is going to take the opportunity to take a bump as soon as he realizes it, right? Like he doesn't have any pressure.
Yeah, he can release to the 300.
And he takes the bump, gets there alive.
Yeah, now you're shading towards the snake side on your screen at that 50 wedge.
A little 3-on-3 battle here. Like to see the kicking players over here on the snake side get a little more proactive. The guy in the center is doing all the work here.
Yeah, so he's going. Yeah, he's being proactive. He's looking back and forth. He needs a little bit of help though. Can't really do it by yourself up there.
Something's going to happen through the center here.
Well, down to a minute. We might be seeing an overtime period here. Oh, he's looking. Texas Titans looking for. He's thinking about his body language. Says he wants to.
Oh, he wants
make
to
a
go
move.
Bad. He wants to go. Oh, he gets the cross shot kill.
Oh, that's a hard death.
2-on-3 advantage now for the Titans.
But can they put it together quick enough? Because, okay, D side, getting it rolling, getting up into that D3. He's got to gunfight his way up this field. Got to be careful, though, because in this situation, you want to leave enough time for you to attack and hit that buzzer, but not let your opponents counterattack and then hit the buzzer. Again, it's going to be a little bit slower out here.
Kicking has both players looking Dorito side. No one looking snake side. Big opportunity over here for the Titans snake player to go down and get both of these guys and win.
Ooh, Johnny gets a huge kill on the Dorito. He needs to stay disciplined and pay attention to that guy that's still up there in the center.
2-on-2.
That was a nice shot, though.
2-on-1 advantage for the
Don't
Titans.
come off that
He sees
lane.
the center.
He does a little tactical retreat to be safe. Yeah, because he's safe there from that spot.
Kick and loses a guy. Now it's a 1-on-2.
Yeah, but we're going to see overtime. There's only 3 seconds left.
He doesn't know where he is.
It doesn't matter. Time expires. Going to be 1-1 going into OT here in this quarterfinal battle between Kickin' Factory and Texas Titans D3.
What a game. What a game.
What a game. What a game. What a game.
Yeah, I mean, that was a nice shot from Johnny. I'm wondering if he knew where that guy was, though, because...
The Dorito guy?
No, he shot the D-side guy. He definitely knew what that guy, the center guy.
Right.
Because you said he needs to stay disciplined on that spot.
Yeah, I don't know that he did, right? I'm just like, as we see it up here, we have that advantage. It's easy for me to be like, hey, hopefully this guy knows to stay that way, but who knows if he actually knew, right?
He had a very ninja-like reflexes, though, because when that guy popped out, he did the tactical retreat, going to be safe from that angle because the Hertz can is going to block him out. And guy wasn't able to get the kill on him. Even if he did at that moment, I don't think they would have been able to hit that buzzer. So, overtime point.
Yeah, so what will they do in the overtime point, right? We've seen Titans. They lined up 3 on the back line. They heavy shot Dorito away, eliminating that. Are they going to dedicate a gun to the center? Are they going to try to kill a center guy? Are they going to try to kill a snake runner? I'm very interested to see what they're going to do.
Well, and will Tim make the adjustment if they're shooting 3 guys in the back to shoot up the gut instead of shooting outside because they've got 3 guys at home?
I think
if I'm going to shoot 1 guy outside, that's great. But if I can shoot 2 or 3 guys at home, I'll take that over that.
Absolutely.
So Wolfpack and PTN with a big lead for PTN here. Had to go back and tag up. So Wolfpack gets a tough break, but doesn't cost him a body.
Running ref on one running ref on the Wolfpack side of the field.
If you're watching from home and you think this is over, it's not. It's only 3-0, and there's 3 minutes left. We could see some quick points.
But it needs to start right here for Wolfpack. They need to get up the field. They need to stay alive. They do start the attack in the middle. Here comes a big bite for Wolfpack, but no one plays off of it, and they do get up. Okay, now here comes the attack. Just as they make it clean, though. When you see that first body go, got to immediately follow it up because he's going to draw all the guns. They do make it into D3.
So here we go. We're like, we see Wolfpack in the snake, Matty, and he knows what's up. He knows he's got to go and put work in. He doesn't have time to mess around.
Yeah, so he gets, he's having some problems with his loader, though. Man, he might have had that. Yeah, he had that kill, but he had to turn his loader back on, and then that player tucks in.
Oh, no.
The cross shot from the can catches him.
That's hard, man.
Yeah, that's a tough one right there. When the first time he came out, looked like he had the shot. Gun wasn't working, had to come back and turn his loader back on.
This is the classic attack, right? But instead of attacking together, they're attacking one at a time. Oh, that'll help Wolfpack out. But they leave Reed in. 3-on-2 advantage now for Wolfpack. Get a little bit of a gift there. Oh. Reed got caught. Wolfpack looks like they're going to win this point, boys.
There we go. There we go.
Sends it on the D side, and they do keep one body left alive in the chaos. He's going to run as fast as he can through the puddle. With 1 minute and 34 seconds left, we got ourselves a 2-point match. And before we jump into, so we're then jumping into the overtime point with Kickin' Factory and Texas Titans. But Wolfpack finally puts a point on the board. Still a chance. It's just tough. Minute 34 with these conditions. you're kind of hoping for a major penalty or 2 kills off the break. Something special needs to happen to score 2 points in a minute and 34 seconds.
Try something crazy.
Yeah, why not? You're
If
gonna
you're
lose anyway, right?
And that's what I'm saying. If you're looking at it the right way, not a lot of people understand, the bigger picture here. But it's really simple. It is a minute 30. You're down by 2. What can you really do other than try to send that special play? What is your special play? You're going to send, to their brick off the break? You're just going to hop the beam, be in their brick, try to get some free kills? Or you're going to go to their mini W up at the center? You're going to try to risk, a far snake off the break? What's going to be the special play? But you got to try something.
Yeah, you absolutely do, because we are in the quarters, so point spread, who cares? It doesn't matter. You win by it or lose. Doesn't matter what you lose by. You either lose or you win. You either move on to semis or you don't. Minute 34, down 2, you have to pull out that special hyper-aggressive.
So it looks like Titans are going to be big guns off the break again.
Throwing 5 minutes on the clock, jumping into this overtime point. Who's it going to be? Tough to tell. I mean, these teams have fought to a draw.
5 alive for both teams.
And either team, well, outside wide. Yeah, outside wide for the Titans.
Yeah, I would give the advantage to the Titans right now in this 5-on-5. The position
For
is
sure.
way better.
Well, Todd, so they're outside wide on both sides. Not much forward progression as they're doubling up the home, but they have trapped Kick and Factory in the pocket. Look, Kick and Factory is everyone in the pocket right now. They're doubling up the back center. So if they don't get out soon, they're probably not going to be able to get out. So they're going to take the safest run, which is the run up to the 40-yard line. Hurts brick. He makes it clean. Double knee slides in there to keep his gun out of that puddle. That's smart.
Titans are on the snake, though, now, Matty. And Dorito, too, Matty.
Ooh, rumbling, stumbling, bumbling, trying to get into that D3 here for
they get a
Texas
kill.
Titans.
That was a big bite.
Is he alive over there?
Yep.
Nice.
Titans took some real estate, trapping, kicking in the pocket here. Kicking's got to get out of those. The can on the D side, the tower on the snake side. Get themselves outside so they have some options for offense. Right now, all they can do is play defensively, cross up, and hope to stay alive.
This is what I expected to see. If people knew Tim Land, they'd understand where he came from. That's AC Dallas, right? I'm looking at these guys and the way they're playing, and they're playing super disciplined and slow. It looks like AC Dallas paintball.
For sure. For sure. Oh, referee coming and check out the player for Kicking Factory here in the tower. Oh, it's going to be a major minor. It's going to be a minor, I believe. Pulls out the back center. That's really, here in this overtime point, gives a big boost of confidence and a body count advantage to the Texas Titans. It's a 5-on-3 situation. They retreat back to that back center.
That was a good reposition, Matt.
Hey, they just got a kill over on the Dorito side.
4-on-3 advantage here for the Titans. Going into the 45 snake.
Oh, that's a tough death for the Titans. They had a 5-on-3, and then that guy dropped his body in it. Yeah, those are the deaths you just, as a coach, you get really frustrated.
Kicker player doing a great job of filling all the way from the Dorito can into Snake 1. That's a great fill. Great read and react. They're also pressing up from Dorito 1, Dorito 2. So down on a body here.
This is Scott over on the Dorito side attacking right now.
Yeah, I like that.
Kind of out of nowhere, so hopefully he can catch somebody off guard and maybe get a kill.
And then now going to move into Snake 2 here. So down a body, but making some moves. Kicking Factory, putting themselves in some decent positions.
If this guy just stays on the wire and stays disciplined, I don't know that this Titan player knows that this Snake is in front of him.
Oh, loses a gunfight down the sideline here. That's a huge kill for the Texas Titans. Who's this? Forced? Let me see here for the Texas Titans.
Honestly,
Thomas First. That's a great kill for First.
Titan needs to recognize what's going on, and they just need to throw down the hammer on this center person. They need to risk a body, go and get this guy, get rid of him, and take him out of the game.
Oh, he came up in the worst
kill
position possible. 2-on-2 now, guys, right?
Holy smokes, man.
What a back and forth match.
3-on-2.
Oh, Titan advantage, right?
Yeah, Titan advantage.
Oh, Sam, I don't think...
1-on-3.
Hard death for Sam.
Yeah.
So Texas Titans have an opportunity
Played
here.
it really well. Sam was the one that got the Dorito kill and then came over here and got the Snake kill and then just made a huge mistake on that bump. Titans are doing a really good job at calling out the
Dorito
they're
3 only.
communicating. They know what's going on. This guy knows he just needs to get on his back and keep crawling.
Yep.
Get on his belly, rather.
Really hard to beat a team when they're actually playing team paintball in a 3-on-1, right? You can beat three individuals. You can't beat a 3-on-1.
Yeah, so here goes Scott. Scott's going to die right here. So, love my guys kicking, go back to practice and practice harder. You guys are a great team. Tim's a great coach. They'll be able to put it back together. But shout out to Titans. They played really, really good paintball. We've seen this team honestly pull out something that was pretty crazy the first point to win that one.
Yep.
So, they locked in and they played great paintball. Shout out to you guys.
Yeah, and the schedule for the Titans to get to this spot had some pretty big wins in a couple battles. They beat CWE Power, beat up on BR Factory, the Mercy Rule 4-0 win. Had a battle against Reckless All-Stars, win there. They lost to Dynamic, they got skunked by Dynamic. That's interesting. And then beat Cleveland Chaos to get themselves here in the Ochos.
Well, it seems like that Dynamic skunk is probably what got them back going. Sometimes that's what you need in the prelims. It looks like they went 3-1, and that last match in the prelim they lost pretty bad. Probably went back home and talked about some things and got it going.
I'm really glad you brought that up. We talk about that a lot because it's so true here in paintball. A lot of times when things are rolling, things are looking good. So they start out with a 4-1 and a 4-0 victory. They had a bit of a battle, but a 3-2 victory, and then they get beat up by Dynamic. That forces you to have those hard conversations when you think everything's going well. Tighten things up. Maybe some of the stuff you thought was working, it's working, but not as well as you thought it was. And
Absolutely.
That's just so crucial sometimes to winning tournaments.
Yeah, I mean, like we went 2-0 Friday, right? And we felt good, and we went back home and we, drank a little beer and smoked and, thought everything was going to be great. And we showed up the next day with these game plans, and it didn't work because we didn't really actually talk about all the problems that we had during the day and the points that we lost. It's important to go back and have those conversations,
So jumping into this next one here, still a pretty big lead for PTN considering the time and the conditions. So Wolfpack on the red side, PTN on the blue side. See if Wolfpack puts together some offense.
I like when the Wolfpack attacks, man. They play way better aggressive.
They're going at it. That center W move was huge. He makes it there alive, and the Snake player's going all the way down.
Yeah. And I don't think they know the Snake player's hot yet off that big move. I think the attention was drawn to that big move in the center and let the Snake guy sneak in there.
I absolutely love what this guy's doing.
Oh, they know he's there now.
Oh, 0-3 right here. His gun's down.
His gun's down.
Yeah,
No, that's... Well, at least he's drawing guns, man. Let's hope the guys around realize what's going on and go to work.
That backside of that home bunker is just completely focused on him. So he is drawing that gun. Somebody could shoot that hopper here.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you want a gun down, you want him in the front so he's drawing guns, not in the back so he can't peel anybody.
So here comes the Wolfpack. We're going to probably get a point scored here.
Oh.
No, that body at the can is chalking up some kills.
Oh, that's it.
But the D-side player needs to get in the mix, man. He was still way in the backfield when all that action was going on in the middle. He is going to run through and probably trade out with number 7. Oh, still alive.
That number 7 is a savage.
Number 7
PTM.
He saved the tournament for him right
Holy
there.
smokes. Was that a 3-pack right there?
I think it was a 3-pack. I mean, he definitely got that first kill, and then, the second one, and then chewed up that last body. But that last body was out of position. His boys were running through. The attack was on all the guns turned to the first body, whose gun went down here in the Snake. His teammates ran through in the middle. Action started to go down, but that D-side attacker wasn't in the mix. Again, there was barely any time left.
He had to recognize exactly what you're saying. He had to recognize his guys were pushing and go at the same time.
Now, again, they did need 2 just to tie, but the fact that number 7 hung in there and got those kills, that was a really big deal because that sealed it up. That was it. That's the win here in the quarterfinals. Going to punch their ticket into the semis. And I didn't see, was there time left, or I'm not sure if, I think now it looks like time expired. Okay, so that is going to do it here for the quarterfinals. Texas Titans and PTN moving on to play Dynamic and Altitude Sickness. So we will be back here, 2024 Lone Star Major on Go Sports. I'll see you in just a few.
We're here with Carbon Paintball. Going to run you guys through our new CC Pro bottom versus the SC bottom. The first thing that you're going to notice if you're actually trying these on is the fit. The fit is a little bit more loose, it's a little bit more relaxed. So in the SC, I wear a large personally, but I would wear a medium in this product. The reason for that is it is a little bit looser in the calf region and it's 3/4 length. So if you're a skinnier guy like me, I would still suggest the SC Pro bottoms with the full length. It's just going to be a little bit better coverage for you so it's not moving around. But if you're a little bit of a bigger guy, these do go all the way up to 3XL. And then the last feature to note is our new knee region. It's got a Cordura weave on top of our padding. So if you're not wearing a paintball specific pant, this is probably going to be a little bit more durable for you. If you have any more questions, you're looking for any more info, visit carbonpaintball.com.
In their first meeting during the 2023 season, the Toulouse Tauntauns will face off against Stockholm's Joy Division in the finals. These two teams are sitting first and second respectively in the season standings, and each team has only lost a single prelim match this entire season. While both of these teams have already punched their tickets to World Cup, The 2023 season championship title is still up for grabs. The Tauntauns are looking to complete the three-peat after winning both the 2021 and the 2022 series titles. But the Joy Division squad is hungry to take home their first title.
Communicate, shoot them one by one. Extra fucking cute. Hey, they're good, but we're better.
Yeah! Hug them, hit them, feel them. 1, 2, 3. Yo, 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 yo! Les gars, la target, vous la connaissez la target?
Some dreams are elusive, but some do come true. For the Tauntauns, their dream of European mastery has been achieved, taking the European Championship 3 years in a row. But when one dream is fulfilled, another, more grand in scope, will always arise. The Tauntauns will be joined in the pursuit of this new dream by Joy Division, versed in the Lucky 15s. With the final event of the European season in the books, these 4 squads will travel to the United States in November to compete on the grandest of all paintball stages, the NXL World Cup in Kissimmee, Florida. There they will face the toughest of all paintball tests as they battle against the most dominant teams in history to see if they can earn the right to call themselves world champions.
Hey, this is Walker with Carbon Paintball here to talk to you about our SC custom jerseys. To start your team's design, head over to crbnpaintball.com, fill in some team information, including what colors, what template you want to base your jersey off of, upload your main team logo and any sponsors, enter your name and your number, and we're going to kick you back a 3D image of your jersey. The custom jersey is built on a 5-panel design that's all customizable. The jersey features a DWR coating all throughout the jersey, so it is water resistant. It also is stain proof, and it has side mesh venting. The jersey is also very fitted, so it has a compact neck collar, and it also features elastic thumb loops to keep the sleeves in place while you're sliding or running. To start your team design, head over to crbnpaintball.com.
What's up, guys? This is Mr. H reporting live in Texas from the Lone Star Open, and our HK Army event shirt is officially for sale. This thing turned out so badass, so if you want one, make sure to stop by. And if you're not going to be at the event, do not worry. They're available while the event is going on, only on hkarmy.com. So stop by the website, pick one up, and if you're looking to say what up, stop by the HK Army booth. I'll be here all weekend. Let's go!
The game of paintball is a fast-paced, high-intensity sport. But at its heart, the concept is simple. Shoot your opponents before you get shot, and then march down the field to victory. In the Major League Paintball Pro format, each team fields 5 players at a time. They have a buzzer on their side to protect. Hit the opponent's buzzer, win the point. En route to the buzzer, both teams will be locked in gunfights, utilizing diverse strategies while moving up a field full of bunkers, fighting to get into critical positions. And these strategies could change given the score and the time left on the clock. There's 15 minutes in regulation, and the height... The second event of the 2024 NXL Major League Paintball season is here, and the best teams and players in the world are gearing up for battle in the Lone Star State, April 26th through 28th. After the dust settled at the first event in Las Vegas, Dynasty proved